go now. Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go now.
So bad.
Oh shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the fuck am I doing? Oh my god.
I missed the ball. That's my bad.
Oh my, what the
That's my
fuck
bad.
was that?
How about this door? Pick it.
Like, oh my god. Oh my, oh, whoa. Let me tell you something about my best friends. They leave the game before the game's even fucking end. Let me tell you something. It ain't too much fun when they leave and I am fucking getting stomped on. Shit.
Relocating the safe zone.
No matter if I do it.
Both on my side. Both on my side.
fucking would.
Good shit, dude. Let's go.
Oh, please don't watch this.
My eyes are covered.
Oh, thank you.
Didn't even see it, dude. Was it good or was it bad?
Oh, it's definitely good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm done.
Thank you. Thank you. Jesus, thank you. Come on, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh shit, I'm back. Oh my. Yo, what's up, Stacks? Welcome to a brand new stream. How are we doing? Hold on, let me bada bing, bada boom. Let me get you in there.
Hello, motherfucker.
Hello, motherfucker. How you doing, Moon? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a great day. Welcome to the stream. Little late start today, but that's okay because we had a lot to get done. We got it all done. So, chilling, hanging, vibing, swagging, doing our thing, and we did get a little bit of gaming in. And we are, I mean, just like 2 games maybe. I think we're oh, we're already max level on this. Oh yeah. So double kills and penetrations. That sounds like a, and then every single LMG will be gold, and then easy little forge challenges, and then we're on to our marksmans. We've already got 2 of those pretty much close to done. So we're oh, why is this on? What the? So we're kind of flying. So we're doing good. Vibing, love that. Oh yeah, no sweat at all, man. Absolutely. We're having a great Tuesday. We're having a fantastic Tuesday. Turn to keyboard and mouse. Why do you say that? Oh, like with the camera? Yeah, I guess so. little controller cam, I guess. Monitor cam, in case you want to see all my red boxes. OBS cam. Yo, what's up, Neezy? How you doing, bro? What's up, my man? Damn, I kind of don't want to eat these, but I do. Look. Little cam on the toesy woesies for sure. It's not a bad idea. You know, there's a website. How come this isn't? It's taking forever. Had tacos for dinner. I just had tacos as well. I had because I had tacos yesterday, so we had leftovers. And then pizza for lunch, tacos for dinner. What a banger! What a banger day! I mean, sheesh. Can't get a lot better than that. Okay. You know what I'm actually saying? You actually know what I'm literally saying? Better than lemon bar things? Yeah, these are just some yeah, vanilla wafers. So yeah, I'll never eat those fucking things ever again. I'll never eat those goddamn lemon bitches again. These make me wanna fucking die. Those things make me wanna fucking wait, what the? Thank you for letting me know. Guess I don't need to do these anymore since. Hold up. I think I can shoot through that. Maybe there's some. Bullet penetrate. Okay, here we go. I think that's gonna be what I want. Oh wait, armor piercing. Pieces. Does that count for like walls and stuff too, or is that just for vehicles? Why didn't I slide? What the fuck was that? Little, doing some squats. Should I be back? Hell yeah, absolutely. Oh my bad, dude. Whoops. Whoopsies. Yeah, absolutely. Man, we need to switch sides so we can get into the plane because dude, this is hard, man. Heading to bed? Yo, Neezy, my man. Have a great night, dude. Have a great night, dude. Good to see you, bro. Hope you sleep like a baby. don't even think I can get penetration kills through that. What am I doing? I thought he went out. Okay, we did switch sides though, so I can get jumping this. Jumping as he a plane shoot. Why are penetration kills so hard? No, why? That would have been one. Fuck. It's also very hot in here. Why is it so hot in here? And that OBS, once it starts ticking, bro, it's ticking. Okay, I also don't know for sure. Oops. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Because I'm wondering if armor piercing is only for vehicles. Damn, dude, what am I doing? Oh, I was trying to like line them up with the box. I gotta go to the plane. What am I doing? Wow, this is like, why is it so hard? God damn it. I know you can get penetrations to these seeds. Dude, this is miserable actually. Nice. But I'm gonna be able to do that same thing to him, hopefully. Nice. There it is. Man, this is miserable. Oh my god. Oh my god, lay down. Why is this shit so slow? Yo, what's up, Drago? How you doing, man? Oh, dude, what's up, Drago? Okay, I think I can shoot through that. It's your Tuesday, man. It's Tuesday, my dude. At least one here. Damn. No, fuck! I got caught on the chair, dude. God damn it, dude. This is rough. This is rough, dude. What are the other maps you can do penetration kills in? This is miserable. This is really miserable. I don't know the other kills or the other maps. I think there's some on underpass, I want to say. We probably got 0 there. Okay. Okay, we need 5. That's really not bad. That's the last one. This is the last one we gotta do. And look, we're halfway through these. And I mean, 80% of the time this is all taking is from leveling up. So once these are leveled up, we'll be flying through the rest. Because then they're so easy, like 3 operator kills with 1 mag 10 times. Like super easy. 20 suppressed headshots, that might take a minute. Let's throw this guy on. We've been no Drago. Been my man. It's actually not a bad camo. Lag. Okay, wait, I think you can get penetration through glass, no? Nope, I didn't kill him. I think you can through that, like, mesh fence. Like that fencing that's around the helicopter pad, I wonder? I also wonder if it'd be worth just like pinging someone. Whoa, fuck, man. Man, that ping took a long time to actually like initiate. I feel like I hit the button way before it pinged. Oh man. Oh wait, I meant to do domination. Fuck. Okay, let me just switch to domination. That's no excuse, but I mean it's just so slow for hardpoint. Domination I think is gonna be a lot better. It's nice seeing these all leveled up though. Like we're getting close. Oh, hires again. Oh, I did hire 7%. I'm fucking dumb. Domination. Wait, no, I didn't. I didn't do hire 7%. So weird ass coincidence. What the fuck is going on? Dude, oh my god, this dude's like brain dead. I should have pinged him. Yeah, fences do count. Oh, beautiful. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh no. What? How can my gun not shoot through a tarp, dude? That's crazy. Oh my god, I thought he went inside, dude. Okay, I mean, I literally should only need 3 more. Is there a way to... Oh my god. Oh, nice. Nice. Should be almost done. Should be one more. Should be one more, right? It's definitely easier than terminal doing it this way. The pangs are so big. Done, baby. Come on. Give me my camo. Oh my god. And then what was the other... Fuck. Hold on, let me look at my sheet quick. So back out. Oh, double kills. I should be done with that. Because without releasing the trigger. So. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna listen to a little podcast as well.
I read the blog post today. Is there any you know, any snippets y'all? First and foremost, I want to know what has y'all to kind of start off everything. How have y'all been feeling so far with player sentiment and just everything in regards to the game? How have you guys felt with the launch and everything going forward? Like, you know, how's it all? How have you guys been feeling?
Great. I mean, I'll let Adam.
Go ahead, Greg. Yeah.
So excited we're talking over each other just right now. No, it's been fantastic, and just the response from the community and everyone playing the game has been awesome. We've been, you know, gathering all of that feedback, everything. The team's super pumped, and very excited to get that feedback and to start making changes where we can and get things out as quickly as possible to make the best possible game that we can for our players. And I love the game. I've been playing it now for a long time, and I still play it, and live it's great.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's, you know, I just want just to echo that. It's super great seeing, you know, real players, real fans like you get in there and grind and, you know, give us the great feedback of how good multiplayer feels. So, you know, we've just been really gratified to see that. And like, we read all the comments, and, you know, we
Awesome, man. I guess let's talk about that then. Let's talk about that first. Is season 1? You know, I read
my God, what is
the
going
blog
on
post today. Is there any snippets y'all can tell us or anything of kind of what's going down for season 1 and what we can kind of expect?
Yeah, I mean, we have the 3 new maps, the brand new maps. So that's Meat, which is the first time coming out of my mouth, and you know, it's good. It's good to talk about Meat.
Dude, come on, dude.
And then Greece and Rio. They're pretty fantastic maps. So we'll start off.
They're
with,
pretty lazy about naming maps, aren't they?
I
I mean, I suppose after you make so many maps, like,
Okay.
The training facility.
You know.
So yeah, we got a lot of new stuff coming out.
I guess so many
Yeah, we
good
start with
names you
Meat
can
and
name a
Greece.
map.
Grease Meat? I guess that works. So yeah, so that's gonna be great. And that'll all happen season 1. So Meat's really small. It's a small map. It's fantastic. It's a slaughterhouse.
It's really small.
Very, very quick. 6v6. And then we have Greece, which is a
Dude,
mid-sized
oh my
map.
God, man.
And it's fantastic. It's got like that Greek.
Oh
kind
my
of
God,
race,
yeah.
Sort of paint. I forget what
Dude,
you
this
call
shit
it,
gets
but,
so
it's
frustrating, this
super
map.
easy to identify enemies in it. It's
Oh my God.
and it's got very heavily lane-driven map as well. Yeah, a lot of fun.
Cool. And so, did they release a date for that yet for season 1, or is that not public info yet?
We have not released a date, which was surprising to me to hear that when I was asking about this call, and then it was.
We can say early December. That's what we can say.
Okay.
Oh my God, man.
Okay, early December.
Why is he knifing in
Alright,
hardcore?
okay.
What a weirdo.
You know, I think we've all seen in Modern Warfare 2, there's like a countdown that tells you when this season ends. So more or less, we kind of know when it's gonna come out. So okay.
Still need like 9 more
cool.
double
So
kills.
I guess I kind of wanted to talk about a couple different things, right? But I guess a big question is, I know
8 more.
well, obviously we saw the movement update today, and we saw obviously a lot of different things when comes to being developers and making changes and stuff. And one of the big things that the community want to know is like kind of, how do you guys balance the quote unquote crazy sweaty community, right? And then the casual community, right? And then when making change, I guess it's a 2-part question. When making changes, how do you guys like, what kind of numbers, right, do you guys use, or what do you guys dictate the change? Okay, this is a good change, or this is not. Like, what do you guys use for feedback for certain different things? Does that make sense?
It does for the most part. I'll try to answer that.
Yeah, it is.
So
metrics.
we
Sorry.
Metrics. We do look at data. So we have a lot of data around it.
I insta died. What the? Oh, I spawned in the crate and died
So
twice.
slide cancel.
What the
and
fuck?
delay after slide to sprint and stamina regen and all of that. Like, there's a lot of feel there, and we did play with it in the beta. We changed it. We made changes to it. We didn't have a system during beta that we turned on for launch. That was the system where you now stopped regenning during slide, and so that is on now, and we're tuning that, right? So the changes you saw today was us tuning that, and so what we do is we have a very short delay before you can go into attack sprint after normal slide. After slide canceling, it's even faster than it was after beta. So that second weekend of beta,
Pokemon Trainer Go.
we reduced it, and we've reduced it since then. Launch was there was an issue at launch where it kind of went to the earlier version before even beta weekend 2. That's been fixed since then. And then we have the stamina, where it does not regen while you're sliding and all that kind of stuff. So there's a little delay before it regens. I think it's down to a second. It was at 3 seconds when at launch there, and we've brought it down to a second. And so a lot of that tuning happens in there around feel. So we want you to be able to run and slide cancel and use it tactically and use it as a methodically throughout the maps and stuff. So if you want to get in there, you can use it. You can be situational with it. We don't really want it to be a method of transportation. Like, it shouldn't be the best way to get around the map and those types of things, because ultimately then you have people kind of doing what ultimately is snaking in a way, where you kind of have this constant head bob. And that's one of the things that we're looking at across the board.
Damn, I didn't realize they got
are
that
there things like that? Like, what are we going to do with
fucking
snaking
noob.
things? We're actively investigating what can be done. Right now, there's no
Yeah.
bugs with it. We're just letting you do it a lot, which you can say one way or another that that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah.
But ultimately, like, you think about it, you kind of put yourself in the shoes of both of those players, the player snaking and the player looking at somebody being looking at somebody snaking. It's kind of it's not a great situation for either person, right? In that situation, because if you're snaking, you are intentionally trying to mess with the game in that sense. But you're trying to get that advantage, and you can do it. So
What's wrong with that,
you
though?
take advantage of it. If you can do it, do it.
Yeah.
What's wrong
the
with
game lets you
what's
do
wrong?
it.
What's
And so
wrong
when
with the
people
skill gap?
are seeing this from the other side when you're actually trying to shoot that person, it's not a great experience, and it looks kind of weird and it's funky, and you're like, that guy's he's just exploiting the systems. And so we look at those systems. And we want to find a balance between them, right? We want you to be able to we want you to be good at the game. Like, go do it. If you can do it, be good. But at the same time, the other player on that, it's a multiplayer, so there's one player always on the other side of it, and we want to just make sure that that's a good experience for them as well. And so it's this balance, right? And as we look into snaking, I'll one more comment, and then so as we look at the snaking, it is about, like, well, how often do we let you do it? What is going to feel good and what is not going to feel good, and what can we actually do in that situation? So
Okay. We're gonna say Adam.
I mean, I just wanted to say, I mean, Greg is
He's
a
so
way
passionate.
better
I feel
player
like
than I
he's the
am. Like,
passionate
we're
one
right
about,
there,
like,
just, this
the
game is
competitiveness
so
and
deep
the
and
skill
so
gap
layered
stuff.
that a player who's as skilled as Greg can really, do all the, the fancy movement techniques, and but somebody like me, who's a little bit more of a casual player, can still get in and have fun. So maybe I'm not, pushing slide canceling to its limit, but I'm still, exploring all the weapons, like all the mechanics, all the stuff that we have in Modern Warfare 3 that makes the game super fun for me too. So it's not like I'm not experiencing like the depth of the game that I want to experience either, just because I'm not like the type of player that really goes into those types of movement mechanics.
100%.
So there's a little bit of something for everybody in this game, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I guess. Well, speaking on snaking, right? Is like, I guess this is. I thought of it, right? Because I don't like pointing out problems unless there's I can think of some type of solution, right? And they're now like, I get it. Snaking is something that I guess was unintentional, right? But how do you fix it? How do you fix it without adding delays and cooldowns? Right. And then the game now becomes clunky, and it feels like, okay, if you go into a prone now and you're not even trying to slide cancel, but then you stand up, now like you're blocked from going down again if you get into another engagement. So are those kind of the things that you look at when trying to nerf things like that?
That's exactly, like, that's why we haven't really messed with snaking just yet, right? Like, because it's a very delicate balance of all of those things. Like, because as soon as
Man,
you're
it
like,
helped if I was good at the game too.
let's just put a delay between how quickly you can go between stand and crouch, or prone and crouch. Like, if you did
that'd make me
then all
so
of a sudden
sad.
you're punishing everybody for it, and like, it's not like, why? Okay, cool, but there is a exploit. If we were to define like snaking as like, oh, if you did it 5 times in a row, okay, you're clearly you're trying to abuse the system or something like that.
I can't do anything. It's fucking wrong.
It's not really abuse the system, but you're using it for an advantage that we've now determined is unfair for whoever. But then you have to deal with that. There's 5 enough? Oh, should it be 30? Like, should it be like, where do you define that line? And that's a lot of like, you try and test the win, see where it is, and make some changes. We put it out there. Like, same with the stamina stuff that we're doing now with slide canceling and sprint and slide. All that stuff is, we put it out there for players to have fun with and go have fun, experiment and see, and give us feedback. Let us know what you think about it.
Leave snaking in the game.
We address it as quickly as we can.
Okay.
That's what
I don't
we've
know.
been doing.
Yeah. So okay, so I think
Maybe
at
not
least,
snaking
correct me if I'm wrong, it's not
specifically,
common
but I
knowledge,
think
but
they need to,
there
like,
is a stamina bar
light a crouch
hypothetically
spam
in the game
faster.
at the moment, right?
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
you do, and we're actually adding one. So,
Yes. Okay. Good.
I saw it yesterday. So
Okay.
it's there. It'll be there soon.
Okay. Cool. So
As soon as Adam can get it in. Just kidding, Adam. I wanted to put it out.
come on, Adam.
it. We're testing it. We're testing it. That's all I'm gonna say. We're testing it.
A lot of the and that gets us to the process that we have around like patching and everything else. Like right now, what you like the game's been out.
Seeing COD with a
we
stamina bar is going to be
right? It's been out
interesting.
it feels like it's been out for 3
By
months
the
for
way,
me because
first
we've
time
just
ever.
been like getting all of the feedback and you release a game out to millions of players and you get all of this feedback coming in.
Fuck,
and so
man. I don't think I
going
have
through it
even
as
one
quickly
yet.
as we can,
Right?
all of that feedback, and then addressing things as quickly as we can. And so, the patch you saw on Wednesday was actually stuff that was being fixed before we launched.
Okay.
Right? And so the stuff today was kind of more of the first reaction to
Nice.
slide canceling, delay after sprint, those type or delay after canceling. There's a lot. And so you're starting to see that reaction, and as we get into this cadence, as we start to, kind of nail these first fixes, this first kind of groups of fixes and patches, and we'll start to get into a better cadence, and you'll be able to expect more recent updates, and we'll get faster with those updates as well. Right now, we have a big bucket of them because we just launched. There's a ton of people playing the game. There's a ton of people excited to play the game, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
And they're excited to give their feedback, and the team's super excited to respond to that feedback. Almost too excited in some places where we might make changes a little too fast sometimes, but we're good.
Nice.
I guess so. A big question I'm seeing brought up in the chat, and you guys addressed a little bit, is so from beta weekend 2, right, to let's say what we have now. What changes from beta weekend 2? Because obviously beta weekend 2 was, for me, it was like, oh my god, this is insane, right? And obviously the game came out, and I know you guys said it wasn't intentional, where there was a lot of delays in certain things.
Damn.
And as of
This
now,
is kinda-
tweaked
this is kind of,
everything back to, I don't know if you want to say default values.
Interesting.
But from
Octopus
beta
attack?
weekend 2 to what the update that
What's
came
up,
out
Deadshot? What does that
today,
mean?
Is it
Shit.
slower, faster, or is it the same, or is it like certain things are slower, certain things are faster? What's
is
the
octopus
difference between
attack?
those two? I know you guys have a lot going on. Maybe you guys don't know this at the top of your head, but just
I do that shot.
In terms of speed-wise, I mean, the main thing you're looking at is the delay out of or the delay to tack sprint from slide, right? So if you're sliding and you go into tack sprint,
So I'm currently I have to get 2 kills
today it's faster than it was
without releasing the
so I
trigger.
think it's like
It's a little
I think we
awkward.
put it,
It's a little
I don't know.
awkward.
If I start quoting milliseconds, I'm
like
gonna
not
get-
what my
I'm gonna
brain
get
is
something
used to
wrong, and I'm
doing.
gonna be like, look at this guy said this, and I'm like, okay, cool. So we won't do that. We won't quote milliseconds, but it's faster than it was in beta.
okay.
For getting into tack sprint out of slide. Now, if you go and you tack sprint and you slide and you tack sprint, slide, tack sprint, slide, tack sprint, slide, you're gonna deplete that stamina bar.
gosh.
And when that stamina bar is depleted, you won't be able to go into tack stance anymore. For
Oh my goodness,
a
man.
second.
This is probably this is a really
That's
rough
that you're
lobby.
feeling
Like,
there.
I
So
just-
if you are trying to get around the map with sliding and slide cancel and that kind of stuff, and you're expanding all of your stamina, that's that 1 second delay that you're gonna feel there.
Okay, that makes sense. So 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 everybody can know,
Please, someone.
the slide going into
Nice.
slide
Oh
cancel,
my
when you
God.
can run, whether tack sprint or not, when you can run, that has been reduced from beta 2.
Yes, yeah, that is faster. So that's
Okay.
when and the thing that wasn't there in
just
beta
had another one. Wait,
was
no.
this.
That
where
game's gonna
we
end, we're gonna
stop you
back
from
out.
regenning when you're during slide, right?
Back in.
Oh.
I'm gonna step on myself here at some point because it's there's a lot of things going. There's a lot of moving pieces.
So
But
that's
it is,
why it feels.
that's that delay. So when people are calling out, there's a delay. There's a delay. This is that is that bit of kind of snaking theory is what we'll call it. I don't have a better term for it, but basically how we're balancing it is how we're balancing it. And what we've said is if we're going to do that, we're going to give you a little bit faster time if you're using it situationally and not just all the time. So if you're using tack sprint and slide and slide cancel situationally, you will be fine. You shouldn't notice it. If you're using tack sprint and slide to get around the map, or just like to the point where you're literally going across the map with it, like you're going to start to feel that delay.
Gotcha.
Right? And ultimately, that's us saying, hey, what did you say? Let's stop
slide
doing
cancel.
the slide dive.
Let me get the fucking.
Okay. So just so guys know, there is the only thing that the reason why it feels slower to some people is your stamina bar no longer regens while sliding like it did in the beta. Correct? Now,
Yes.
does it pause or does it like
It pauses. It pauses when. Well, I'm gonna not step on myself. Yes, it should pause is what it should do. It should pause as you're sliding, and then once you get out of slide, if you are past the threshold, you can do it again. If you're not past the threshold you need to do tack sprint, it'll wait a second and then start regenning back to where you can get to tack sprint.
Okay. And as far as like, let's say beta 2 weekend, right? I know everybody loved the movement, right? Did you guys get any feedback? I say everybody because I know I'm part of the sweaty, you know, everybody loved it, right? Obviously, we have to think about the whole community. And did you guys get any feedback from, let's say, not the sweaty community that was like, hey, that's not, like, it's too fast or it's not good? And is that why you guys added this delay to the game, or is it like you guys just said, you know what, slide canceling this consistent or repetitively is unhealthy for the game? Kind of what was your guys' like thought process through it all?
Yeah, it is that second one in terms of like we want you to use the mechanics to deliberately, like we want you to slide and slide cancel going throughout the map. It is also we have much larger maps at launch and stuff as well, and so it becomes a thing when you start getting on like the Warzone size maps and the ground war maps. It doesn't really affect the 6v6 core stuff as much because there's just not a lot of room to go do it. But when you get into situations
there's the
where
gold,
it's just
baby.
like,
Let's go.
it starts to become taxing on you as a player.
Yo, what's up, Gray?
To go do that stuff.
How you doing, Gray?
But I mean, I'm not. If you want to do it.
Happy Tuesday.
That's kind of the argument, right? Like,
okay, so now that I have gold
and
for
is that
this,
something that you guys are like kind of set on for now, or is it something that with feedback you guys still think it could potentially go back to quote unquote beta movement or beta?
20 suppressed headshot kills.
We're always looking at feedback and always open to it. And
doing great.
You know, we change stuff. We try to change stuff as much as we can, as quickly as we can. That's safe. That's not going to bring down all of our players, which is usually the situation that we run into.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, and then I guess I know we'll move on from
actually
movement because I know everybody's spamming movement, but I know we have a lot of things to get over. But I guess to kind of finish off the movement aspect is when it comes to bunny hopping, I know that was it's not in the game, and I guess
busy
from us
apparently
looking at things. At least I think it's like bunny hopping is such a small thing, or even just like
something to do today.
Jumping and ADSing, like that penalty. Obviously, in my opinion,
keeps
I
you
feel like it
busy.
shouldn't be there, and we should be able to bunny hop, even if it's just once, like just one carryover. Kind of, what was y'all's like? Did you guys not like bunny hopping? Did you guys not like the jumping and ADSing penalty? I guess just so you know the way we kind of perceive it, right? Is like the more freedom we have to do different things, the less we have to quote unquote spam just slide canceling, right? So instead of we have bunny hopping, drop shotting, all these different things instead of just one.
Yeah, and it is something that we are looking at.
How the heck did I have a 2.5 KD that game? I felt like I was.
We'll be looking at it closer and looking to do updates and various things around it too.
That's crazy. My Tuesday is really good.
Something like it.
My Tuesday is very good.
To commit myself to anything. And
very good and productive and nice and sweet and great. Having a good time.
I wish I had a good reason for you why I wasn't there to begin with, but I mean the you know it's not there right now, and we're looking at bringing it back in some fashion.
Please bring back Be Happy.
Okay, I already know it's about to be spammed with W's. Okay. Okay, cool.
Please bring back Be
Happy. Don't expect it tomorrow, by the way. Like everything that we talk about here is like there's timelines. We're trying to do things as quickly as we can, but you know, there's humans here. We have to eat and sleep.
That's actually another question I had is, I guess,
amazing.
I'm all for transparency in the community.
My Tuesday's been amazing.
Me being in the scene and talking to a bunch of devs, like I kind of know that things take a long time to happen, right? I guess for the people that don't know, and a lot of people are like, oh, why wasn't this update out yesterday? Why wasn't it out in 2 days? I think it'd be pretty cool to kind of give us some insight as to certain, I know.
Oh, this is
patches,
the
certain things
Pulse Check
take longer or
podcast.
shorter than others. But what is that normal turnaround time between?
So,
like, let's say right now we gave you this.
He's
crazy idea, and
actually
you're like,
he's
I wanna add that to the game.
interviewing.
Like, what's that normal
So he's interviewing the devs from this game, the devs of this game,
time to go from?
which is
like,
really
to
fucking
when that
cool.
things are implemented. into the
And
game?
I mean, honestly, really cool of the dev team to do that.
I can take this one.
Like,
so yeah,
super
there are
cool.
several different types of changes that that we can do pretty quickly. Like if we find something, for example, like in beta when we discovered that there was a spot in the estate map where players could get under a rock and just shoot out from behind a rock. We were able to fix, push out a patch that day that put some collision in to make sure that players couldn't cheat in that way anymore. So there's certain things that the technology allows us to do very quickly like that. There are other things that take what's called a title update, so a much longer process that these
is the game I
usually
just fucking
code
left.
fixes. So it's just sort of like a heavier lift on the computer engineering side of the game.
I think,
we have to go through first party like Sony and Microsoft and prep a build and push it out through more formal channels. So those end up taking a couple weeks, even up to a month of lead time. If there are certain changes that, first of all, we need to make sure that we're properly diagnosing and reproing the issue on our side with our QA. And
Yeah, they're learning.
That's tested. We're feeling good
They're
about
learning.
it.
We might be in for a great
So,
year. I mean, already if the game
when we
didn't
find
change from this,
something
I'd
that we
be
wanna fix,
very happy.
we're
But it
pretty
sounds like there's a
quick.
lot of
You
things
can attest
coming
to this.
still
Ever since beta, if there's an
that
issue,
are
we will jump
absolutely
on
worth
right
being
away.
excited about.
We'll determine what the fix is. If there's something that we can fix, immediately that day, we'll push it out. If there's other stuff that we need to take longer time, we'll work with our communications team on just like getting messaging out so players know, hey, we're aware of this issue, it's coming, but this fix unfortunately can't be pushed out today or even
The
in
headshots are hard,
it's
man.
something that takes a little
I don't know
longer time.
why.
So that's basically what we're doing now. Now that the game is launched, we're just
That's my second
trying to
headshot.
prioritize and determine as soon as we can get these changes out, and then not just bugs, but also just qualitative stuff. Like we want to put bunny hopping in. What does that mean? Like how can we make sure that that's tested across all the maps, all the different modes? We want to make sure zombies likes it, Warzone likes it, all that stuff. So
And the
that's
recoil's
really,
pretty bad, though.
what it's like sort of behind the curtain.
So I might do.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if y'all need any bunny hop testers, I got you. Just let me know. No, but yeah, I mean that's good to kind of know the inside of kind of more or less how long these things kind of take. I guess so. Kind of moving on to other things, right? Is I keep seeing the chat, and they're not gonna leave me alone until I talk about it. I know I don't really know what the numbers are for controller versus keyboard, but one thing I've heard since like Verdansk days is there's an input into keyboard and mouse. Is that something that you guys are aware of, or is that something that you guys are aware of, but just trying to fix it? And it's been in the game for what 2-3 years, so I don't know. Obviously, there's probably a lot of factors that go into the keyboard and mouse input lag, but again, is that something that you guys are looking into?
We're aware of it. We're looking into it in terms of like what we can actually do about it, and also identifying like where it happens and why it happens. If there's anything about it, but like
Being stuck at level
pretty much
55 for a month is not
where that
acceptable.
begins and
People are
ends
worried
right
about
now.
the
Okay.
wrong shit.
Investigating.
Okay.
People are worrying about
Okay.
craziest
And
stuff.
then, so another question I keep seeing is prestiging, right? Whether it be weapon / regular prestiging. Obviously, the game does not have it at the moment, and level 55, I feel like I will say was very easy, but again, I don't. That's the diehard community, right? Yeah. Is that something that you guys are like? You guys didn't want to do? What's kind of the insight behind that, or is it something that you guys kind of do want to do eventually? Just kind of.
We'll have prestige starting season 1, and that is going to be pretty much how it worked last year. Like, so it'll like, so for everybody who's like, bring back the old stuff, like it is what it is last year. I mean, that's.
Wait, what was last year? Oh.
So you just continue your level. You continue your level every, and then you're going to get badges and things, and we open it up across seasons for that.
Gotcha.
So there's a lot of reasons why that is. It is what it is. Like
I know the communication thing is so big with this company, and that's the thing. Like last year was
But it's
Activision,
seasonal-
this year is
seasonal prestiging.
Raven.
That's an important
Right.
distinction.
Yeah.
The seasonal.
Um,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, that's
Sorry, Sledgehammer.
not
So
traditional. No, I don't. Everybody has a different
team
view of what-
technically,
what it is.
same entity.
Okay. All right. And then so I always like to pay homage to kind of right where I came from, right? And the CDL community, the competitive Call of Duty, is where I came from. And I think where a lot of people in here who's watching now came from, right? And so it would be a disservice if I didn't talk about this. But obviously, you guys know these guys playing for millions of dollars, right? And I know you guys know this. But a big thing that they kind of reached out and wanted me to ask was about spawns. And I know you guys are planning it or working on it at the moment. Kind of what does that look like, the spawn fixing? And it's probably a complex issue. Or I know squad spawns are no longer a thing now, at least from what I know. Kind of what are you guys thinking about spawns and adjusting them? Do you think they'll be ready for the competitive season in January, February, I believe? Yeah. So kind of how has the spawning been for you guys, or like from what you guys have seen?
I mean, it's been much better since beta. We had some issues with beta. We fixed a bunch of stuff, and then also we've been focused on making them much more sticky. The technical term there. So basically favoring sides more. Favors certainly like Dom. You can start to see it in some of the Dom matches and stuff where we'll favor flags now. Where if you own a flag, you're going to spawn by that flag more often. We've done a lot of things in TDM, which isn't like a CDL mode, but like in terms to try and keep those sides a little more sticky. Not necessarily like we essentially have a front
we're getting a handful in this game. We're getting a handful in this game.
Identify where the front line of combat is and make sure you spawn behind it. So,
Granted,
as you're going, you're getting less spawns of people to your side or behind you. Most of the time when we run into issues, it's because there's no good place to spawn you. So we spawned you in what we call secondary spawns. Secondary spawns are just that. They're secondary. They're not primary placement or anything like that. They're not great, but hopefully they're out of line of sight in most places. And so we've done a lot of work on that. And there'll be more updates. There's a lot more updates coming with season 1. So like what Adam said. So one of the things about maps,
that was a nice little spot up there
they
too.
take a long time. There's a compile process basically where they take all of this, like kind of like if you do any sort of video editing or anything like that, where you render out a scene, right? You compile a bunch of stuff, you edit it all together, you put it in, and you bake it down into an MPEG or something like that. That process that levels go through for that is very long. It takes a long time, and it's huge and it's large. Like, so some of your patches that you're getting, like if you see a large patch or something, it's probably because we updated a map. And so generally what happens is we have to take those with the larger updates. So like seasonal update will be a larger update. You'll get more of the spawn fixes.
Well, yeah, that's how it's always. They've always cycled teams every year.
Like some of the stuff around,
that's how they've always done it. Every new game that every new game is a different
those will all get fixed with
team,
the seasonal
essentially.
update and stuff. Certain ones we can remove.
Yeah, every year getting a new team.
Gets a little easier, but if there's like major issues or major changes,
just the beauty is that this team's learning from the last team's mistakes, which is huge.
Right, Hardpoint in the hills and all that. Is that also part of the? Like you're trying to make it more sticky. That also is included in that, or was it just Dom?
Yeah, no. So it's across the board. We're doing that work. Hills being worse. Hardpoint's an interesting one because it has designated spawns per hill, right? Because you're always trying to anchor spawns depending on what where you are in the hill and all that kind of stuff. And that is, it's trickier to balance and get right, and we're actively
we're kind of getting through this challenge, I think. And I think we'll be a little over halfway.
What those CDL
should already be a little over halfway.
Maps that everybody wants to run.
I predict maybe 15 by the end of this game.
Time on that specific area, because we have a lot of maps and we have a lot of modes.
Yeah,
we try to support everything.
Getting the kill, so I don't fucking take a fucking death.
If players are playing, whatever players are playing the most is what we're gonna most likely focus on. So.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. That makes sense. And then one thing I remember we went and we.
If you're worried about CDL, like we had CDL come up and play the game even before beta. So we've been working very closely with them, like on even just like hard point placement, like spawns, like they've been playing our maps for months.
Which I think is a good move.
Continuing to work with them, like week by week,
rotate teams
to make sure that
the issue is like they come out with new games every year. Same like the teams.
Okay, awesome.
Like,
and then
because they still kind of share, they all kind of
is the packet burst or server stability, right? I'm assuming is that just something that's that's one of those things probably never really is.
To my knowledge, they all work
like
together in tandem for a release. But there's like
kind of how that works. Is that in the works right now?
Different leads,
I mean, yeah,
team
so, like,
leads
the
on each release.
effort is a massive effort. We have everything from like ground war maps, which is my nephew's favorite mode, to like core 6v6 maps, and each of those have their own performance requirements. So we obviously we want the.
I just wish they wouldn't release a game so frequently
for every player for every mode.
Sucks. For example, this is a great game.
A ton of work to get the game feeling.
This game will literally be.
Like, the game launched at like
hopefully not, but
low crash rates. Like, we are
probably irrelevant in the next 1 year.
Really, launch this game as stable as any Call of Duty has.
And then we just start over. We just start over basically from scratch. It's so annoying.
So we have tons of work to do on the back end with the dedicated servers, and we're constantly pushing out fixes. Even just this week, we pushed out a bunch of changes that brings those dedicated server lifts down. So we're gonna continue to keep an eye on it. But ever since I've been working on Call of Duty, multiple games now, Packet Burst has been a bane of my existence. It's sort of like the white whale that you're chasing, and it's getting better. But we still have work to do there for sure.
Okay. All right. Cool.
They really thought about what team they
awesome.
depend
I
on.
love to hear that because
they cycle through in order.
It's even when it comes to Warzone, right?
So it pretty much just goes like
and that has
Activision, Sledgehammer,
that always
Raven,
for like the first half of the game last year was like
Raven.
a big problem. So
But
I figured using common sense, it's just something that problems arise.
Sledgehammer knew what they were up against.
But so I went to go play the game,
and they're doing a very good job with communication, even just on
what
Twitter.
I remember, I'm pretty sure
communication's been
quick fix.
really good.
I know that's it was there.
And then doing stuff like interviews and stuff like this is super cool.
There's one complaint I have
super
with this
cool.
game is just the regen of health is like it's just incredibly long. So I even rock stims too, just because I feel like I need to. I really don't use anything else other than that because I feel like the game needs it. Is quick fix something that
I think it's a very good game. I love this game.
And then you guys kind of took it out, or is
obviously it's not great sitting here camo grinding, but even this is like
or is that kind of
such a
refresher? Don't want to
refresher.
add, or
Such a refresher.
There was probably a version of it in.
Okay.
We
Give me that domination.
We change stuff all the time. We're experimenting.
My prediction
with stuff
was
all the time
15.
constantly. And we have
14. Oh my
we've gone
god.
through many iterations of what we
Classic.
like
Alright, 6
in
more.
terms
Easy.
of
Easy peasy.
the gear setups, the boots, the gloves,
Number one
like what we
step,
have
no
in the game that
stay.
allows us to do those. And I mean, we're always looking at
This is kind of the hard
them.
one too.
We do
The other
have
ones are really
changes
easy.
and ads that come with seasons, and it's certainly something that's not out of the question.
What the fuck?
Said, no, we hate quick fix. We're never gonna do it.
ADS strafing, like
it's more of a at the time. This is the balance that we were going for. This
ADS
is what we
movie.
chose to
Yeah,
go
like
with.
these are so
Now we're
easy.
getting feedback.
This is the
and
only long
feedback.
one.
We adjust and we react and we make.
So we're gonna have 4
the
quick
game
ones. We're gonna be at
that everybody
22
wants to
gilded
play, right? If there's no
or 36.
you
Man,
strong,
flying, baby.
like
Oh, we need 6 more headshots.
horrible negatives to it, like there's no reason not to do it. So it's just one of those things that it takes us time to do certain things that are more flavor. Like if it's a taste test type of thing, it's like flavor A versus flavor B.
I like how I typed that out.
It's going to take a little bit longer to get in the game because we QA it.
No,
we test it,
no, that was
we
an
go
easy
back and forth
headshot.
between designers, we debate it, we talk about it, we figure out what's going to be best for everybody as a whole.
It's all money, right? Like it comes down to just they make so much money with quote unquote with new releases,
it's more of a test or
opposed to
so it's certainly something that we will be looking at.
just work on the quality of life for a game.
And And then so okay, cool. So I'm
You know, why make no money when you can make literally billions and billions and billions of dollars, you know?
I know you guys are specifically
they don't care about the
How does
actual
kind of that
product
work when it comes to, let's say you guys make changes
as
and
opposed
now you guys
to
have zombies that has the same movement,
yachts
Warzone
and
is now going to be
Ferraris.
implemented. Kind of what does that process look like when there's 3 separate, you know, entities? All is everybody kind of using the same thing? Do you guys change different things dependent on, like, let's say for multiplayer it feels different, Warzone feels a little bit different, and zombies feels a little bit different?
Yeah,
Do you guys change
they're
values
just
in
not,
there? Or let's say for example, like the stamina bar,
just don't
then because it's added to
make
multiplayer,
as much
now
money.
it's added across the board to all 3 different types, or kind of how does that work?
It's a money hungry franchise.
It's hard. I feel like because you have 3 different. You what is essentially 3 different games there that you're talking about. You're talking about MP, Warzone, Zombies.
I should
right?
need
They have different flavors.
I should
We
need
do
4
have different
more.
progression items as well. Like they all don't share the same stuff. Different movement
30.
mechanics, different weapons and things like that. So what we try to keep as much the same as possible, but we change things based on what the games need, right? Based on what the mode needs. In the case of the stamina bar, I can
2.
tell you that so part of the
1.
slowdown, right? Why it's not in.
Oh baby, give me that gilded. Give it to me. Put it on my screen.
Modes,
Put it on my screen. Oh baby.
You start to involve more people. You start to involve more QA time. You start to QA against everything else.
So is ADS while strafing?
And so then there is that slowdown, but it's not like nobody's sitting there saying like,
Literally 20 kills while ADS and moving.
Cool, we want it too.
Yeah.
How do we make sure it doesn't break everything?
Yeah. Okay. All right. So there is I guess, is it one of those things where you guys choose, okay, this can be added for just multiplayer but not for Warzone, or is it one of those, if you add it to multiplayer you got to add it across the board, or can you guys select and choose?
It depends. It depends on what it is.
I just want to make sure this is the strafing or the moving. I don't think it really matters.
Cost so much and takes so much time that they're just. We can't do that with everything. Little thing like
ADS and strafing. Okay. I'm just gonna make sure I go side to side.
But I mean, I'm speaking for the team. Like, I'm sure somebody, the UI engineer, just died somewhere. Probably when I said that. So I'll take that back.
Well, no,
I'm
I
sure.
think to answer the question, like, listen, you know, we're partnering super close with our partners at Treyarch on Zombies, you know, with the Raven folks on Battle Royale and Warzone, and we're just, you know, we're talking to those teams, those designers, those producers, those, you know, UI folks, weapon folks, you know, all
Fuck
the time,
the UI
just to
team,
make
to
sure
be
that
honest.
we want to make
I hate the UI
feel
team.
as unified as possible, but we know that there's certain things that each mode needs.
The suits, anyways.
You know, just for
Hate
their
the UI
custom
suits.
experience.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
That's actually great to know. I know
Team's
that's
just
a big
paying off
question
college
that
tuition.
A lot of people have
Suits
asked
making
me,
the
is just
decisions.
like, can we separate the 3 or 2, right? And speaking of, when it comes to weapon balancing, is probably a big thing with, because weapon balancing for Warzone is completely different than weapon balancing for multiplayer, right? Which I guess I wanted to ask is kind of weapon balancing.
I gotta be fair and direct my
how do you guys feel about that? At least
direct
right
my
now,
hatred
it seems
appropriately.
Like subs are very very weak
And accurately.
And so is that something you guys are aware of? And if so, changes coming season 1 to subs, maybe buffing them a little bit, kind of, yeah. What do you guys think about that?
Yes. So we have tuning changes. They're coming. I'm trying to remember what exactly they were. They're soon. There's tuning changes coming soon. We are looking at the subs. Like I've heard that a number of times coming up.
Fuck.
The exact details I'm unaware of. I'm not sure what they are, but it is something that we're looking at.
Okay. And as far as like whenever you're
You might get
changing
gilded
these
this
values,
game,
right?
to be honest.
I mean, this is a question that I've always had, and I'm glad I can talk to you guys about this. It's like, how easy is it to kind of adjust weapons? Like, is it as simple as just going in and changing a value, or is it a lot more complex than just that?
I mean, you could go in and change a value. I mean, like, it depends on what you want to, how much grief and
There's just
yeah.
But it's,
Everything
I mean,
has consequences.
And there's an art to it too. It's not just one value. I mean, there's everything from, you know, recoil to bullet velocity. I mean, there's just so much that makes up the, you know, the character of a weapon that, and you want it to, you know, feel good in the host of weapons that we have in the game now, especially with all the carry forward weapons and
Yeah.
you know, the Modern Warfare 3
I should be
weapons.
getting
We want
gilded this
just, you know,
game.
each one to have
Hopefully.
its own character and feel good in the game.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
It's a fun topic to talk about at length in like design chat and everything else, where it is a very complex, very nuanced, like data versus feel question that always comes up, because you can, you know, throw your data at it all day long and be like, oh, my KD with this gun is blah blah blah, but then you know, to somebody else it's like, oh, the gun doesn't feel right, we have too much recoil, or I can't see my target, or whatever. And like there's all these other factors that go into it, especially when that aren't part of the numbers. Like one of the things that we've, you know, focused on quite a bit is removing stuff from in front of the sights, right? Like don't have visual effects show up in front of the
W
sights. Get rid of
fucking changed, by the way.
as much
Visual recoil?
muzzle flash and visual recoil and all of that, because it adds another component to it that's on top of just the numbers that are in the game. Even the audio as well, the hit markers. We spent tons of time on the hit markers, and this is like the first game that I'm like, the audio team and I are like high-fiving each other, going like, yeah, they sound good. Like, whereas before it was always a fight of like, oh, well, how do we make this sound better? And then there's disagreements on what sounds better. But this is like,
I actually don't like the hit marker sounds in this game, to be honest.
So there's all those things that are kind of
Damn, I didn't get my gilded. I gotta be close though.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
well, I saw they were like at
I think we can all
156
say
or 158 or
Thank
something.
you for moving visual recoil and muzzle flash, because it made the game feel like OG Call of Duties again, as far as like the arcadey style, fast pace, like that. Like I think everybody, which is another question, right? It's like, let's say from like the Modern Warfare 2 guns still
So
have
close I got.
visual recoil. I'm assuming that's not something that
Oh,
will
wait.
probably be changed.
I did get- wait, I did
know
get it.
people-
What the
most people
hell?
Probably aren't using those guns.
It just didn't
but,
pop up.
Like, is it something that's like it's just specifically for Modern Warfare 3 guns that don't have visual recoil and muzzle flash?
So it's a
Hey, we're trucking. We're trucking.
interesting situation, right, with the carry forward weapons and how they behave coming into the game. There's a lot of weapons, right?
Yeah,
There's like over 100. I forget the actual number.
They're not. I never
We have
saved that
seasonal
class.
weapons
God
coming
damn it.
on, and part of the reason why we have the recommended, you know, flag in all of the weapons is so that we can actually kind of tell you what weapons we're focused on.
It
and
isn't
how we're
moving,
doing
like-
that. So as we start to move more weapons into the recommended tag and pull them out of the recommended
Magnification
so that's a rotational
scope.
thing. We'll start rotating that.
I mean,
with
dude,
season 1.
these
or
are
actually,
so
I think
easy.
might be a little later than that. But then you'll start to see some of those MW2.
We find out a little
weapons come into that,
1.25.
and That's where we'll be looking at those closer, looking at some of the other elements that are going on in those weapons, and trying to
What's the MOP?
ultimately balance them across
MOP?
the board. Like we've looked at them already for balance, but like much closer in terms of like, okay, how's the visual recoil? How's this? How's that? Like we did kind of a numbers pass on them previously, because there's so many.
There's
of them.
no 1.2.
Yeah, I mean, there's I don't know how many guns is there in the game at the moment.
100 and some odd. I can get you a specific. It's like, yeah, I don't know. We got a bunch of new ones coming for season 1 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
117. Damn. Okay.
117. There you go.
And as far as I know, certain guns, right?
Oh,
It's, I don't know how
easy.
easy this is to change, but because
Flying,
there's certain
baby.
attachments that kind of fix this, but the sway of when you're aiming down sight, right? Is that
That's
something
the
that you guys
lion.
will be keeping in the game? Is that I know it's like, oh, obviously removing those variables like that, like sway. Is that something you guys are just? It's hard to probably remove, right? Because there's attachments that make that better and stuff like that, but.
Please don't
Yeah,
this way. Sucks,
there's you get into situations like that where you have something that you're balancing with attachments, and it becomes sort of a, well, that's that attachment's job type of thing.
Yeah.
It is a knob that we used to tune. It's kind of, you know, it's an interesting one. I don't see it going away anytime soon. Like it is a one that we use quite a bit.
Yeah.
And it gives you that sort of a bit of immersion going on.
I don't want immersion. This isn't Tarkov. This isn't a military simulator.
I don't know.
Immersion should
we'll just
never
need
be
to-
a term used in the conversation when developing a Call of Duty game. ever. There's nothing that should be immersive about Call of Duty.
To look at it a little closer, but no changes at the moment that I can think of.
Okay, good to know. Good to know.
25 kills, easy.
Screams from the rooftop about it. You can do that.
Yeah,
Maybe that's what we need to do.
From rooftops, chat. Come on.
From the rooftop.
And so, let's kind of want to talk about camos. These
We're already 4 in, let's
camos
go.
this year were, especially the mastery camos, are one of my favorites. I guess. How did y'all come up with this? Right. I guess that's one question. Are you guys really happy with the way they all came out? And then 2, can we expect any? Which is a bigger question in my opinion. Can we expect any new camo grinds, kind of like Obsidian back in Modern Warfare 2019, where it was like really hard to achieve, but it's individual gun, a really hard chow, like that? Is that something that you guys, you know, I don't know if you guys can't talk about it, I understand, but
I kind of like the idea of that,
I
though.
just finished
Kind of.
actually, I have it pulled up right here. I just finished the camo grind yesterday or 2 days ago. So now I'm itching. I'm about to do the zombies one too. But so yeah, is that something like Obsidian coming back this year, or maybe a more of a camo grind, or is that something that you guys are kind of like, no, we've done enough camos?
I'm sure this is gonna be very quick.
So
hope this ends up being a long game.
Team, we
So maybe they'll
have
get
our,
pretty well into both
weapons
here.
team, who's fantastic.
God damn it,
and
Scott.
They generate those camos and make those camos. It's a lot of, especially the mastery camo, the completionist camos are ones that we go back and forth a lot. The team, like I know
I killed my teammate.
the interstellar camo, we went back and forth many times on. I take it personally for whatever reason on the completionist camos, just because the previous games, you know, that I've worked on, I never think we've really nailed it. And this is probably the first game where the response from the community has been more positive than my own response, which has been like, I like it, I think it's good, but it could always be better. And then the community's like, oh, this is great, fantastic, awesome. And so, like, it's great to hear. I love it. I love that feedback coming. In terms of whether we have,
fuck, I'm an idiot.
we currently do not have
Suck at
plans to
this
do
game.
any more completionist camos or anything like that. We talked about for a while about having, you know, a camo if you did both the Modern Warfare 2
Ooh, I love that idea though.
grind and the MW3 grind, and kind of like a capstone sort of thing. That created a bunch of problems with just that in general. We might look at that again one day, but right now it's not on the cards, just with where everything's at.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's
okay.
We're like review, like, what about this? Like, are you gonna, you know, do this thing? No. What about the no?
Boom.
No.
Boom.
Yeah,
This is
something
just
that we really
ADS
wanted to do,
while
it's just
strafing.
it didn't work out with all of the carry forward and how it was kind of coming in and where we were in development at the time. So
Okay, all right. And, so one
While
thing
moving,
you guys
I mean.
added that I absolutely love, guys, is the detailed stats to guns and attachments. I think that's a huge W, and I think a lot of people in the community love that. You guys have plans on expanding that? So, for example, limb damage, because right now, I mean, I can bring it up if you guys want. Like limb damage and things like that. Is that something that you guys have in mind, kind of going forward? Because right now it's just headshot, upper torso, lower torso damage. So I know there's certain guns that have different damages depending on like different limbs and stuff like that.
Oh my god,
and then
dude.
just multipliers in general, like kind of just
I'm,
like this is a great, like
gonna
for
stay
the
alive
firing
here.
range, everything is great. It's just kind of like the, I don't want to say the end of the
Did
firing
you
range,
just
like, versus
pre-fire
kinda
my
like
ass?
the final product, or
What the
do you
fuck?
guys like have any plans on expanding firing range / detailed values?
so the Beanox team actually put that together, which is fantastic. They did a wonderful job on it, and I just want to take
Dude.
a moment to thank Beanox for
Yeah,
that.
I am
They're
lost.
great. And in terms of like, nothing's like, I think there's hardly anything in the game that's like, final, this is never going to change, this is it. I think it just comes down to opportunity costs and what we, you know, want to do with the time that we have available to us, and what would be the most impactful in terms of limb damage and that type of stuff in general.
You hear what he said there?
Right.
It's nothing set. It just comes down
I think it
to
just comes down to opportunity costs.
opportunity costs and the time we have available.
You know, want to do with the time that we have available to us.
If
and
you
what
didn't
would be most
release a new
impactful.
game
In
every
terms of limb
fucking
damage and
year,
that type of stuff, in
you
general,
could have you
normalized
could
it
work
out
all this shit out.
quite a bit across all of the weapons. So
You
there
can
used to
do
be, like,
all
you shoot
this.
a guy in
You
the
can
hand,
work
you
all
could,
this stuff
you know,
out. All
at
these
point
kinks. You don't
one,
have to like
you know,
pick and
scale it on
choose
and
based
stuff.
on what the
That's
community
all
wants the
been
most
kind
and
of
yells the most about.
normalized. So it should be
You
more
can
consistent.
actually go through and like make changes that are, you know what I mean?
It would be great to see that in there.
Like if it like during the time we have available, bro, you can have as much time as you want.
Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of stuff for the
Just
firing
doesn't
range,
make
too.
sense
We
to
have
me.
a whole list of things that we
Shouldn't
want
have to
do,
cherry
but the
pick
break point is
fixes.
just kind of like, okay, do we want to work on this stuff or do we want to work on more of the in-match stuff too? Because eventually we have to make a decision and how to spend our time. Like
Because we all know the same Call of Duty loop is next year. The new game's gonna come out and it's gonna be broken all to hell. And then there's just gonna be brand new fixes that are gonna take a year to fix, and then the next game's gonna be out by then, and then there's gonna be another wave of fixes.
Guys, you
Like,
guys just also released the playtest playlist, right?
frustrating.
Or
Experimental.
there you go. And I would say that is, I hope from here on
exactly,
out,
you've already
that is a
fixed
thing
the
that every
issues
Call
and
of
you
Duty
carry
has, 'cause I think
those
that's really
things over to the
awesome
new
for us to
game.
test things. What's been y'all's feedback so far on the player outlines? I know we played it early and I loved it. I thought it wasn't broken. I thought it was good. It made things a lot easier to see. And it only works when you're aiming at the player. So it's not like, it's not, at least I don't feel like it's overpowered or anything like that. What's been y'all's sentiment so far with the last 3 days that it's been out?
Yeah, I just
It's been great except for when we turned.
I hate
it
their
off
model.
the entire all the playlists, but we fixed that. It's good. I don't think it, like, me personally playing it, I don't think it's where we ultimately want it at this point. Like, it is kind of a bit different depending on what platform you're on.
Oh, that was
and so there are some issues there that we're looking at. And in terms of, like, so you can actually go into the interface options and change the color of your enemies.
Yeah.
And so if you just change the color of your enemies to the red FF0000, you can actually, like, brighten everybody up as well, so you'll be able to see them even easier. So there's some things like that are like, how is that good that players can go in and change that? Are those things? And so we're getting that feedback. We have a survey out, so if you hopefully there's a survey out. I was told there's a survey out. I haven't seen it, but there's supposed to be one, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, generally, like, I'm excited about them. I'd like to get them in a little better spot. But yeah, it's cool.
Okay,
it's cool to have.
Oh, I think, I mean, at least personally, I love it so far. I hope that it does become into the game, and if how easy is it, just in case if people are like, for whatever reason, they don't like it, could there be a setting to just turn it off? Is that an easy thing to do, or is that something like, we're gonna have it across
there's been a bit of that.
Yeah, I think based on
do what you gotta do.
General feedback that we've seen so far, we would certainly want it on an option. I don't know, like, if you're a player, it seems a little rough if you would turn it off, but if you want to, like, we'll give you the option.
Awesome.
But right now, like, I don't like the path to going into all of the playlists is a little vague at this point in terms of that. There's nothing that, like, we're not running things in the experimental playlist to say, hey, next week we're turning all of this on for everybody. Like, that's not what that's for. It's to test out ideas and to test out different things. Like, if we ever wanted to test out health regen and see if it was, if we wanted to turn it up or turn it down, we could put it in an experimental playlist and try it out. And it goes back to the thing that Adam was talking about earlier, where it's like, when we talk about changes that we're making, certain changes take way longer to do than others. And a lot of that comes from, do we have an icon for it? Do we have VO for it? Do we have all of these other things that are, like, kind of downstream dependencies
no one cares about
creating a mode? Whereas when we have this sort of catch-all experimental mode,
I like that.
where we can kind of flip switches.
I like the concept of the
use
experimental playlist.
the tools that we have that
You
make
just need to be
changes
transparent
quickly.
about what it is exactly that they're.
We can use it there to do that sort of thing, and so that's what we're looking at that for in terms of, like, okay, do we want to try bunny hopping? Let's try bunny hopping in the experimental playlist. Let's try armor. What happens if you want to do? You want to be like pin cushions everywhere. Like, let's try that. So there's things like that that we can do in that experimental playlist that are fun, that are not really for everybody, but it's also, you know, it's interesting to see what appeals to different people.
Yeah. Okay. Again, that playlist is amazing, and I hope it's a consistent thing across the board in the future. One thing I will say is, I know you guys addressed it from beta into launch, is the little delay which was caused due to the slide and dive being bound to the same button. So right now you have the option, there's 4 different options: tap the slide, tap the dive, slide, slide only, dive only, right? And at least I went back to have both on, just because for Warzone you do need diving to deploy your shoot, and there is a delay, right? So what are y'all's thoughts on potentially binding dive,
Boom, baby,
diving to a different button? Because I don't know which button
sexy
it is, but
hot.
on the D-pad, there's one that's not used right now.
Sexy
is that,
You want to be able to bind them separately, right?
Yeah.
Bind something to slide and bind something to dive.
yeah.
It is like, it's a thing. We want to do it. It's time, and it's when we can get to it.
Sexy hot, baby.
It's fairly high on the list, but I gotta check. I don't know exactly where it is, but I know it's
That's
Can
everything.
you talk about, like, again, if you can,
It's all
can you
LMGs.
talk about things that are high on your guys' list for things you guys want to have out soon?
Well,
Oh, I
Sand
never
Bar.
saved that.
That's on there.
Okay.
And we already talked about that, so that's up there. You know, we got some S&D fixes. We got some scoring in S&D that we want to do. Scoring, I mean XP. I'm trying to think of anything else, Adam, that you. There's a bunch. I'm trying not to like things that I know I can talk
Yeah, I mean,
about.
All
for
assault rifles,
me,
battle
I
rifles,
just,
SMGs,
focus on,
shotguns, and now
some more for
LMGs.
season 1,
Forged,
getting those
baby.
new maps out there and the new weapons.
Yeah.
And stuff, and I really want to see
Hot,
how players
hot,
react to
hot,
all that new
smexy
content.
hot.
But yeah, I mean, to Greg's point, there's a long list of quality of life improvements that we could potentially, look at.
I'm gonna be honest, I kind of want to do
just looking at
pistols.
the board right now, and
I'm not gonna lie.
we could go on and on. But
I kind of want to do
we have
pistols.
such a big update coming with season 1.
kinda-
It's going to be really great to see how players.
I think
react
pistols
to
could be
that.
fun. I do.
Continue to engage
I
with
think
the
pistols
game,
could be fun.
and
I
just,
think after
keep
doing
listening to what
SMGs
people
and
want to,
LMGs
see in the
or
game, and we're
LMGs,
just
I
getting
think
started
pistols would be a
now,
nice
so,
little change.
yeah, it's a super exciting time.
Yeah,
I will do pistols.
It's very exciting. It's also frustrating at times because we have all of these changes. We want everybody to experience it, and they're all like right now they're all at like season 1. Like, how do we get like, and right now in the live game and people's mind share and how much they're going to play the game for the next 4 weeks, like that's
I put the
huge.
charmer
That's a
camo on. I
ton
mean,
of
just
time
you know what I mean.
between now and season
I
1, whenever
want
whenever we release that.
very
and
fast
so
fire rate, swift to
uh,
fire, all that stuff.
So we want to move as many of those fixes forward as possible while not breaking the game for everybody. So we're trying to do that.
Okay. And how do you guys feel about like aim assist at the moment? At least, my opinion. If this is a sticky conversation, let me know. But
Is it a sticky comment? I like what you did there.
at least my opinion, aim assist feels nerfed from the previous years, and I personally like it. And that's that I'm a controller player, and I just think it's a little crazy. It was.
Wait, you're a controller player and you like that it's nerfed?
Yes, I do.
That you think it's nerfed?
Yeah, I like that. I like that because, in my opinion, like obviously it should require skill to be able to aim.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the more aim assist you have, the more.
We'll even put a
everybody can
camo on
shoot
this
straight.
guy.
So, in my opinion, I think it's nerfed. One thing that I think is not nerfed is rotational aim assist. Is that something? How do you guys feel about aim assist in general? Like, from. Like, what do you guys think? You guys think it's in a good place?
Cool though.
Do you guys
Like
think
the
it
old-
should be reduced more? What about
Like
especially
the old
rotational aim
camos?
assist? Or is that something that you guys kind of just like are okay with the values at the moment?
That's cool. I actually do like these for the old OG guns.
It's very delicate. I'm gonna pick my words. So where it's at currently is, it's okay. It's okay. There's some. We want to look at it closer.
He says that a lot
It
for
is one of
questions he
those
doesn't
things that's
want to
I
like.
know we need to get in there and make sure that we can create a fair experience across.
I
everything, because
respect
by no
it.
means like should it be. I use a controller and I'm just better. My KD goes up when I use a controller, all that kind of stuff. Like,
What the fuck
we
is
want
this
everybody-
camo? This is
It
sick.
kind of falls in the same line of like, the presumed.
What actually
keyword
is this
mounted
camo? What the
delay, those
fuck?
types of things, right? That input, all of that input, needs to put you on a fair playing field to be able to compete.
What the fuck?
There are some options that we've
That's
been
sick.
talking about.
I've
within
never
the
seen that.
system
I
how to
didn't
do
even know
it,
I had
but, like,
that.
they do come with
All right, let's do
some
pistols.
downsides. You know, some of the stuff that we talked about is like removing all of the aim assist
ADS.
options so we can focus on one for tuning. Like, I don't know what option you use
Right,
for
yeah,
aim
come back.
assist, but most people
Default.
like if you're you use default. Oh, okay. All
Or
right,
you mean
all right.
dynamic response curve, right? No, that's
Like I was gonna like there's the Black Ops option in there as well, and like apparently
Yeah.
like people in the know use Black Ops option. That's what I'm told. I don't
Yeah.
know. So like
It's
as soon as
always
you start
like
bringing that
that.
up, then you just start getting like you start getting. I'm sure there's a ton of responses right now just from me saying anything about it. Like so it's a very passionate thing for people, and we certainly don't want to like
Maybe this is a very touchy
you know,
subject in the community.
put anybody in a situation where they're like,
You use
"I
it
can
to
never
blind
play
the
way I
opponent.
used to play. This is crazy."
Yeah.
But we also want to.
You're talking about. You're talking about this one.
So
Okay.
This
Makes
one.
sense.
long story short, we're looking at it. We know about it. We're trying to figure out the best solutions.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I don't have any solutions.
No, it's
today.
okay.
Yeah.
I would say this. Don't feel bad. Not like stuff like it. The fact that you guys are even in here, and I think the whole chat can attest to this, is like the fact that you guys are even in here having these conversations, like for all of this community, like I want nothing more than for like you guys and us to have a lot better relationship. Because again, like I've talked to so many of y'all, and for some reason people think that devs are not humans and that you guys are horrible. And I'm like, bro, like you guys need to understand, like we're humans and they're trying, right?
Ooh,
So
nice
just the
stuff.
fact that you guys are in here right now, I want to just take a quick second to just like say thank you. And I don't know if you guys are reading the chat, but they're going crazy. So just thank you guys for the detailed patch notes. Even if you guys don't have fixes for things, the fact that you guys say, hey, we don't have the fix ready, but it is coming, like that.
Yeah, pistol's gonna be
the little
fun.
things like
Pistol's
that,
gonna be
in my
fun.
opinion, mean the world. So just
Pistol's gonna be fun.
before we continue, just want to say thank you guys. You guys
Yeah.
have been killing it on the communication. So
Thank you. Thanks for having us. Like I love it. I'd love to do more of these if we can. If I didn't put my foot in my mouth at some point during this, hopefully.
yeah, I'm like trying to not get y'all in trouble, you know.
Yeah, no, I'm sure we'll all hear from the
Might just
community
leave
team
it.
how we did after this, but hopefully it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, big shout out to
Just gonna hit my shots.
Comms, Ethan's killing it, Sam, everybody. Like, yeah, it's been a lot of fun just continuing to engage with the players, and we know you guys are loving the game just like we're loving the game. I mean, we're players, we're fans, we play it too. You know, we're in there playing it in the live environment, in the dev environment, testing the new stuff, testing what's live, and it's great to see all the continued engagement. So we're looking forward to the next year of live season updates, and yeah, keep the feedback coming.
The
We'll
movement of
listen to
pistol's
all of
so
it for sure.
nice.
Of course. I mean, I know I don't want to take too much of y'all's time up, right? I have more questions, but again, like we've been here for an hour already.
Depends on how many fixes you want to get in the game.
True. Yeah, because they gotta stop talking and say go
I mean,
fix
I'm
it.
surprised they're not yelling at you right now for having us chat while we could be fixing. I don't get it.
No, man, I think they know. This is awesome that we're talking. I guess, is there any questions for you that you guys have for like the community? I don't know. Is there anything that, obviously I've been asking you guys a bunch of questions. Is there anything that you guys want to ask chat or even me? Anything else? Is just kind of I would like us to be a little bit more unified together from a community, and so if there's anything that you guys want to ask, let me know.
Yeah, this is gonna
I
be
mean,
a
in
breeze.
general, like we're getting all of that feedback. We're looking at it all. Like if there's any sort of visibility issues in the maps or anything like that that are there, like we know there. It's it depends on what you're running, what platform, all that kind of stuff. But anything like that, please call it out. Let us know. Show us where it is. Anything like that. Just really
My
feedback.
God.
Give us feedback. We want
Oh, dude.
Yeah. And so, what's the best way to?
I don't feel like such a boop up, but I'm
What's the
not
best
actually
place?
using
Is it
boop up guns.
just tagging on Twitter, things like that. How
Yeah,
do you-
tagging on Twitter. Tag Sledgehammer on Twitter, and they'll look at it. I mean, you can send random stuff to me, but I won't respond. I'll look at it. I'll see it most likely, but I do a good job of not really using social media. So
Yeah. Okay. All right, man. Well, guys, I appreciate you guys hopping on. Thank you. I would really hope that we can do more of these in the future. I think I know we don't have time for more, but I think I got all the big questions out of the way. So I think
holy shit, this is also a fucking baller ass pistol. I love this
just,
pistol.
thank you guys for real for taking the time. If you guys ever want to do any more of these, let me know. I'm always up for it. Thank you guys for being so transparent with the community. I'm excited for season 1.
Awesome. Thanks a lot. Me too.
That was great.
Alrighty, guys. Y'all have a good one, guys. Have a good one. Thank you so much. Hey guys, so we just finished the podcast with the Sledgehammer devs. Boys, J-God, Isaac, talk to me, man. How are y'all?
So now he's got
what did y'all think about the podcast? Obviously, I
J
just
God
yapped
and
for
other
a whole
content creators
hour,
on.
and I didn't let them breathe. I had 500 questions that I needed to fit into an hour. Boys, talk to me. What is y'all's initial thoughts on that podcast we just had with them? And talk to me about just everything, man. Let me know. What's up?
I think the biggest thing is kind of like you wrapped up there at the end, the fact that they're willing to put themselves in an open forum where they're not necessarily in a controlled blog post that goes through PR, that, and to put themselves in that situation is something I don't think we've ever seen.
Yeah, what's up, Ashley? How you doing?
At least since I've been in Warzone. I mean, they've done creator calls in the past.
Good to see Ashley.
Had some like hush NDAs, and then everything was kind of released. Which those creator calls
How's your
were
Tuesday?
basically just early access to patch notes, but
I'm great.
they put themselves on the chopping block today, which was cool.
I'm vibing some Call of Duty. I am.
What about you, J-God?
I thought it was good. I think
grand old
it sucks
time.
that it's so short. That's probably the only downside. I think they were able to cover some things that people are interested in. It'll be interesting to see how kind of things blend together with.
Uno.
Obviously, most of the content will probably.
I much just the new Call of Duty, which I'm stoked about. It's gonna be a lot of fun this year. Warzone actually, which is what I mostly play, comes out on the 6th.
Not much else you can say about it.
We got a few days to get these camos finished up.
I'm gonna tell this in chat. It's like
hitting the grind, you know what I mean?
In the chat were
Vibing. I mean, dude, I'm vibing in life right now, man.
And being fucking assholes. I'm like, bro, like. Dude, the fact that they're even doing this.
What about you?
Like, I think it went smooth. I think it went great. I think, from both ends, it went good, and it added. All the chat was spamming W's, and they were loving it. So, I mean, I would hope.
In the IRL world, we got some contracts we're negotiating, and
we'll continue to have these types of segments.
They are very much in my favor.
Like this? I mean, did you guys like this thing? Because honestly, in my opinion, that was like we got a lot of transparency. I mean. We learned
finally back from vacation. I'm vibing.
I knew there was.
Yeah, of course.
Was, and I'm glad that they said it. There is a bar that gives you stamina that you can see.
Yeah, that's what they told us when we played early, and they were debating on whether or not they want to add it. And now it looks like it was a problem because they don't know how to mess up Treyarch and Raven with Warzone, but it'll get figured out. It looks like.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time.
Yeah. So I mean that we found out that, and then that they want to add bunny hopping. So.
Yeah, that was crazy. I didn't know that. That's awesome.
I mean, I gotta be careful with how I say this.
Bunny hopping in this game will literally make me so horny. I'll be so fucking horny if they add bunny hopping.
The part about bunny hopping in that thing. All right, just go back and watch it. Go back and watch it. That's all I'm gonna say. But it looks like, it looks like they've wanted to add that. It looks like they wanted to add that, and so I hope that comes very soon.
Man, I like this pistol a lot, man.
Did you guys expect that?
No, and I'm glad not only that it wasn't just a vague like, oh, we're considering it. We're considering all options. Like a political answer, it's like, no, we're working towards it. Don't expect to see it immediately, but we're working towards it.
Yeah. They did say it's gonna be. They said a variation of it. So. I wonder what.
Dude, come on, dude. Come on, teammate.
Because a lot of chat's even saying it's not going to be like old bunny hopping. Obviously, chat, y'all don't even fucking know. Y'all don't even fucking know. Y'all already saying that. But like, what do you guys think it would be? Like, how would you?
Slide canceling isn't like old slide canceling, but it feels really good. I mean, even if they just
they'll figure it out. Like, they'll figure it out.
Individual.
Alright, we're gonna restart.
And
that pistol feels really nice.
Like crossing across someone's
a lot of
screen,
fun.
but you just have like I think Jay got you talked about it. What game was it?
Kimbo, right?
That like every individual bunny hop like reduced the momentum by like 50% or 30% on each
Well,
consecutive
I don't
one.
remember which game it was, but it wasn't XDefiant, I don't think. I think yeah, XDefiant for like 2 hours.
They have like a stamina bar in
I
XDefiant.
couldn't talk on it, but they do have a stamina bar. Fortnite has a stamina bar, and I think that's one of the biggest issues with like the whole slide cancel thing. Because if you showed a clip and your
Wait, where is
stamina
it?
bar was empty, you're like, oh, tac sprint doesn't come back. What the hell? You're like, your stamina bar is empty,
Yeah.
dummy. Like, you know,
Yeah.
it would really be that simple. I think that would have cleared up a lot of movement issues from the beginning, because then you would just know, oh, the problem is me. It's a
Yeah.
skill issue.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I didn't
so,
see this in the thing, but I can activate it here, I guess.
Like where they're headed and how they have like the design that slide canceling isn't a necessity to transit the map. They
Or getting the
respect
gun
that
to level
it's a skill that
21.
can be used
Okay,
in a gunfight,
okay,
which
okay,
we
okay, okay.
all have been missing, especially through Modern
Keep
Warfare 2.
vibing.
So it's like I love that they're on the same page. Of,
Throwing a token.
It is a necessary skill gap that defines a better player in a gunfight. It is not required for cross-map transit. I
Solo
agree.
timer.
My hands are old. I'm 30. Okay, I don't want to do that shit all day. But then there's like this middle ground of, well, now you're still technically punishing me for slide canceling across the map. I know you don't necessarily want to see someone head bobbing across the map. That doesn't feel like fair, but it still does feel like a little bit of a punishment, because that, like you talked about, like imagine this is your tac sprint bar, your stamina bar, and as you tac sprint, it decreases. And if you were to just continue sprinting in a straight line, it'll increase.
Boom.
And all of a sudden, boom, your
You're
gun
so good at
goes
this
up,
game.
and you start tac sprinting, and it decreases. And as long as
I
you're
don't feel
running
like
in a
it.
straight line,
I don't feel like it,
it'll
that's for
keep
sure.
doing that. However,
Thank you, though.
if you
I
start
appreciate that.
sprinting,
My camera looks fucking
you
extra
tac sprint,
odd today.
and then you
It's like
sprint,
weird
the moment you
colors.
slide cancel, it pauses.
I don't know what's going
And
on.
then slide cancel, it pauses. And so you don't have this constant
I appreciate that,
feeling
actually.
Of, okay, in about 5 seconds, I'm gonna have my tac
Do you
sprint.
do you
In about 5
play
seconds, I'm gonna have
COD?
my tac sprint. Because when
Yeah.
you slide cancel, it's like you're like, okay, now I start regaining. And
It's
I
hot.
don't know how I feel about that, because it
It's
kind of
hot.
takes that consistency and
it's-
tempo out of your mind.
It's like you have,
Because
it's another skill.
Yeah,
that
let
you're
me
like,
let me
you're gonna
let me
have
do a
to,
little
like,
experimentation here.
constantly be looking at the bar and seeing of where you're
There is
at
no
and
bar
what
to
you're
look at.
like when it
Let me
comes
change
out.
the color of my
Once you
lights
get
a
the
little bit.
bar, it'll be you'll learn it.
Make
and
them a
then
little
you'll
more,
just- and
That's
then
fair.
you'll have an understanding of
Make
it.
them a little
Now,
more,
I
let's
do
see.
2 slide cancels, then I sprint for a little bit, and then I do 2 slide cancels. I sprint for a little bit,
Yeah.
and then you'll just learn it. Like it'll be straightforward. You won't even need to look at the bar. And then after a certain amount of months, they could even remove the bar. And
That
it'll
better?
be just natural. You would just understand it better.
So I think this okay, again, the beta movement I think was great. Like I think that was perfect in my eyes. Perfect.
Well, dark,
But
obviously.
perfect in my eyes is different from their eyes, different from casual eyes, different from everybody. I loved it, right? And so I guess I'm glad I kind of like dug deep and figured out what exactly is going on.
Is this better? Does this look
like,
better?
Because so for
My
those who
Christmas
didn't
tree?
catch it, those who
I don't
weren't
have
When it
one.
came to movement, pretty much it's faster from beta weekend 2 to today. They pretty much, after slide canceling, the delay when you're able to run is significantly faster than what it was in beta 2. The reason
think
why
that this-
beta right now feels
It's so
slower,
dark?
Technically, it is faster if you're talking about
How's this?
numbers-wise, but the reason why
This is better, right?
today and beta 2 feels faster.
we're vibing here, I
is
think.
because the
This is
only
good, right?
glitches
Yeah.
that making it feel clunky is
Yeah, I don't have a Christmas tree
let's say
in
there's
my
a stamina
studio.
bar.
I have a Christmas tree downstairs.
Let's say you bunny hopped or whatever,
But,
and your bar's in the middle.
I'm wasting my fucking
Whenever you would
precious
slide,
XP
the bunny-
token.
The bar would still be filling up. It wouldn't be paused. But now the stamina bar
Alright.
it pauses.
Better now, right,
your
Cam?
slide. So because you're doing an action, it pauses your.
You don't play because you
your
suck. That's
slider.
fair. What games do you play? Do you play anything?
Or like stop
What are your type of games actually?
So I mean, for those who didn't understand it, that is the only reason why it feels clunkier. Now, do I think that should be a thing? I'm not like super.
Oh, you fucking bitch.
But like,
Little
If
beat.
you look at the stamina bar, you would just like tempo your slide cancels with a little bit of a more deliberate delay, so that you would be in control of when you did it.
Why am I doing that? I need to throw these. Boom, bada bing, bada bop.
If you knew that it takes about this much to do a tactical sprint, and then this much is used, you would just tempo it. You attack sprint for X amount of time, then you would slide. When you time the slide.
Oh, he's just laying down and spawn. What a boo pop. Oh shit, GTA, yeah.
I don't think it's a matter of
Yeah, the trailer's coming out early December. So the trailer will be out pretty soon.
Player as well, you would still be at an advantage.
We should know at that point when the release date is. I'm thinking. Yo, what's up, my dad? How you doing? What's up, my dad? What are you up to?
Now it is passively regenerating, but if it passively regenerated,
Good to see him in that.
like Repulse just mentioned, then you would constantly be a harder target to hit, and it would
Whoa, 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 hot.
cost benefit.
Whoa,
You would still see the
whoa, hot.
you know, head bobbing like they were talking about because there's no punishment for that spam.
My bad.
Whether or not you agree with that philosophy, I personally
You keep throwing these. I keep forgetting.
tired of breaking my hands all day. So.
I think where it becomes an issue, and I think that a lot of people in the chat aren't really understanding, is it shouldn't limit you.
That dude's been there for an hour and a half.
I don't think you should
Literally just laying down in that spawn.
when running
Holy
from point A
shit.
to point B. So I think where it's an issue is from running to point A to point B. Why keep spamming it? There's no point. But in gunfights, when you're in the mix, when you're going crazy, when you're fucking, there should
Ooh,
never
fuck.
be a point
Sorry.
where you can't.
Wait, what'd you get, my dad?
You can't slide cancel or your auto attack sprint feels.
How you know that? They talked about the trailer releasing early December for a while. Yeah, it should be early December it comes out. Wait, so what'd you get? You got Interstellar? Oh my god. Everybody's getting it but me. My dad.
Sprint slide cancel.
God damn it. Dude, I'm so mad I was on vacation for a week, man. I'd have had that shit by now. Ah, dude, I'm so jealous. Are you gonna do zombie camos too?
Oh, why can't I just spam slide cancel?
Damn, my dad. Let's fucking go. Good shit.
In the gunfights.
Oh, I lost a week. If I hadn't gone on vacation, I could probably get both multiplayer camos and zombie camos done. But instead, I'll get multiplayer done for sure. But like,
we can even solve that problem without addressing slide canceling. Like I think for inside of building gunfights,
oh, the timing of that.
small map, this slide canceling, I don't want to say it's perfect.
First game you've ever done, fair.
Really like it. Now,
Man, I'm so jealous, dude. Good shit. Goddamn. I thought you were mostly playing S&D. What? Have you been camo grinding?
we talked about in previous podcasts where
I mean, obviously you have been.
pull out that is faster or gives me maybe permanent tax sprint. Maybe I get permanent tax sprint when
Oh, that's fair enough. Yeah, that's fair.
right, and that's where kind of like Apex
Well, once your like guns are leveled up, which they already are, like I feel like getting your guns max level is like is what takes so long with camo grinding.
hands.
Yeah.
Like just leveling your guns up. Jesus.
I mean, shit, I hope Treyarch's listening, bro, because obviously you probably can't do it now, but next year, you know, somebody just brought up a good point. I don't know if they'll do it, but that'd be so cool. And I think that would
Brother,
make it to where
like,
it stops
holy
the
shit, are you
slide
dumb?
cancel spam, but
You fucking dumb kid, huh?
gunfights is for every kill you get, it instantly resets your meter, like your stamina meter. Like, so that way, if you're in a gunfight, you do that.
What am I doing tonight? I'm doing this.
That,
Like everybody's done with their camos except me, and I'm a sad, jealous boy. I mean, we're kind of flying, right? But except I suck. Oh my god. Oh my god. Such a delay with that gun too. It's super awkward to shoot.
Tax sprint refreshes, tax sprint out. That
that
could
would
dope.
be so fucking lit, bro. And like, imagine that on Rebirth. Like,
Damn, I thought you've been playing. So now you actually get to play the game.
You're not using
Yeah, I'm excited for you. Like you actually get to like play the game now.
Like quick fix for your stamina. That'd be fucking sick, bro.
Dude, I suck.
Yeah, I'm
My
gonna
other
see
friend who
feedback. I don't know if Rob's here, but Rob,
did the camo grind. Who finished? Who was like, they're like, yeah, it's been nice because I actually just get to play S&D and just play the game now, and it's like way more fun than I thought it was gonna be. It's like they liked the game already, but then like actually being done with camos and getting to actually play, they're like, game's even better than I thought, you know. So like I'm excited to I mean I'll be done by the time Warzone's out. But yeah, I'm just excited, man. I'm just excited. I just want my camos. Ashley. Get off Finish some of this game starting. Yeah, nice. I mean, I'm not far. I'm really not far. I've got all assault rifles, battle rifles, SMGs, shotguns, and LMGs all flat. 2 of these are pretty much done, and then I just, you know, we're doing handguns and stuff. So yeah, we're getting through them. It's just my days are a little busy, but I mean,
you know that. Oh, hey, who said that? If that's ever implemented, you deserve an award, bro. Hey, you deserve
next
an award.
week I should pretty much be able to just no life this game, and I'm so jealous.
Wait, did I see Robin here? Oh, yeah, Jim. I'm not taking notes. All right, don't worry. I'll send it to you, Rob. Don't worry. Don't you worry. I got you. But yeah, man. I mean, so okay.
Hey.
The fact you said like they actually were wanting to.
Oh, never mind. I was gonna ask how you did the penetration kills. Cause like those are annoying. Those were so annoying. But I remembered I didn't do them.
For sure, there is a delay. 1000% when you slide when you have both of them mapped together.
I found High Rise was a pretty easy map to do. It's a pretty easy map to do penetrations on, but I was trying to do terminal, and it's like, yeah, I was not having any luck.
I'm just saying, Sledge, like, yo, every time you get a kill, resetting the stamina bar would fix both problems. You could run from point A to point B without having to spam, but then never feel like you're out of attack sprint or like you can't move around the map whenever you're in gunfights. Sledge, can we get a W? They're still here. I love that.
Or down for Warzone, make it a kill or down.
Yup. Kill or down. Yeah, down in Warzone, kill in multiplayer. That'd be amazing. Holy shit. But yeah, the tap to dive, tap to I think implemented right could be really cool, especially because now you can have more options, right? Again, I said it to them. What do you guys think? Like, it's always better to have more variety than to just do, hey, you just have slide canceling. Modern Warfare 2019, that's what everybody's saying is the gold
Damn,
standard,
I didn't see
right?
the
Like,
fucking guy.
all you can do is like slide cancel and bunny hop, like, right? Now,
Why do they allow choppers in
what's it called? ADS while sliding, which I think is cracked as hell.
hardcore?
Tac stance, I think definitely tac stance needs to be addressed.
I should just pre-fire it. I knew there were kids there, like, obviously I should just pre-fire that.
Sense. Like, it really isn't at the moment.
Using a canted laser without the laser, like I just don't. It doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah, like right. If they had bunny hopping,
at the very least, I don't have a hip fire spread while sliding. Like that's nice. It's like a fighters, you know, but it's not. Yeah.
So I don't know. What do y'all? Are there anything that you guys want to see for Warzone with what we know now? Right. This is the first podcast we've had since the game.
All right, that's max level, right? So now we want our akimbo. Oh wait.
What's
level
y'all's
21.
shit? You know what? Let's not get Harrison. What is y'all's thoughts on the game itself, man? I mean, actually, I put in.
That was awkward. I must have picked that up off the ground.
An insane amount of hours. So, what do y'all think so far?
Go ahead, Jay.
I'm at like 80 hours in the week, so I played a shit ton. I think multiplayer is cool.
Oh, I didn't even see. Well, he camouflaged really well.
Not gonna go anywhere, so that's never gonna change. If you're expecting something different than SBMM, then you're just delusional, I guess. But at that point, it is what it is. You're just restricted to playing parties.
Someone's doing the fucking 2 kills while holding the trigger. Without releasing the trigger.
I mean, there's not really much you can do about it. Besides that, though, functionally the game.
I can't see this guy. Like, dude, you can hide in there so well.
Almost too much in that sense. All the maps, you know, you don't really have to play bad maps because either you can unqueue if you don't like the map of boats, or you can just stay in and vote for the one you want, which is nice. The spawns are drastically improved from the beta. TTK feels better. Like
I thought I had
longer TTKs, even though some guns objectively suck and some are better.
Oh shit.
I think there should have been a little delay on MW2 weapon integration. I think that should have just came with season 1. I don't know how they could have done it because obviously the attachments are tied. Like,
dude, brother. Oh my god.
Is kind of crazy, but like. They clearly designed their optics knowing that they would be introducing the other ones, so it was kind of limiting if you didn't have access to some of those. I think the camo grind's cool. It's fair. Besides it, you know, some challenges being bugged. I think zombies has been epic. I think a lot of people got a little bit of exposure with it just with leveling.
Yeah.
I know I took a lot of flack either on Twitter, YouTube, or whatever, saying, oh, it's just going to be trash, DMZ. And it ends up not being that. When you actually play it,
it's different.
So I feel a little bit validated in that way that it is fun. I think people who want PvP in it just didn't play it. like
I
bro,
thought that shit was
ruin it. That would ruin it.
It would
Yeah.
so ruin it.
Fuck it up.
The mastery camo for it. It takes longer than multiplayer. It takes longer than multiplayer. It's probably about 45 hours.
Dude, I know. I'm like dreading the camo grind for that.
So that's good. The missions are there. I like the story overall. I know I'm talking a lot, but there's a lot of content. I like completing the acts. I thought the reward was meaningful at the end in terms of the.
I don't need to keep throwing these decoys anymore.
Act, the bone collector skin is totally worth it.
Yeah.
And the unlocks you get for the schematics throughout are awesome. I wish the gear stash was a little bit bigger. 10 is kind of criminal. When you have 9 perks and then the various different upgrades, like you need at least 20, 15 to 20. 10 is just
I'm sloppy with these boys.
No.
I'm obviously just running around like a fucking boop up as well.
Hopefully a mainline Easter egg quest at some point. That'll be a W. What else can I say? I think that's pretty much it. I think we're in a good spot. I'm enjoying it. Looking forward to. I mean, we played a shit ton on the new map too. So, like, I've got the chance to explore it, feel how the buildings work. It is definitely more Verdansk than it is Caldera or Al Mazrah, in my opinion. But I guess we'll see how that plays.
Yeah. So you think it's more Caldera than Verdansk?
No. I think it's more Verdansk than Caldera.
Okay. I don't know why that's the opposite. I mean, Isaac, you've been doing a lot of YouTube videos. You haven't been able to play as much, but from what you did play,
that game's about to end. We're gonna re-queue.
I haven't been like grinding in hours, but I've been doing a lot of in-game testing. Like I've been like doing comparisons on the amount of XP. I've been doing timings on like attachments and testings on movement. Like I've been in the game. I've been playing the game. I just haven't been like grinding the game like that. So I like it, man.
It's weird.
I think big picture, probably the biggest disservice to probably the best multiplayer experience that I've played in the last.
Oh, so these are like daily challenge grinder card or prizes. This is cool, actually.
The service was probably that campaign drop.
They have this option.
Yeah. It's causing so many people who are looking for a first impression of this game to be like, wow, this is the lowest rate of Call of Duty of all time. Call of Duty's dead. And then you've got people that are just perpetually online on Twitter and Reddit that haven't even played the game, or maybe played the game once and got shit on, and now are just crying on Twitter perpetually. And the people that are loving the game are playing the game and not wasting their time on Twitter and Reddit. Yeah. So like, this isn't hashtag sellout. Like the passion is back. I'm loving this game. I'm having a lot of fun. It feels good, and we're heading continually in the right direction. But it just sucks that, you know, so many people are just pushing out this. Just get off the internet, okay? Find happiness. I found happiness in COD. This shit is fun.
There's so many people miserable. That is a fact. It'd be like, bro, $70 DLC is like I have 80 hours and I'm not even done with multiplayer yet.
Yeah, this game. Yeah.
What DLC have you played that is like longer than 15 hours? Like, come on, bro.
Facts, bro. Like I swear that whole like DLC shit is like, okay, you're just a fucking hater. Like, not trying to be like, I'm being honest. Like, there's like, as blunt as you might not see it, but we all see it. Like, if you think this is a DLC, you're just a fucking hater. Like,
I will say though that like, because in my opinion, MW2 was such a terrible COD.
Shoot! Oh my god, why doesn't the gun shoot?
If you had bought the previous one,
oh, it's so frustrating.
You a discount on the next one.
So annoying.
Because next year I think it's going to be on Game Pass, right? Maybe they could have done something like that. You get a discount, but even then, it's Activision. It's Activision. It's Activision.
Well, okay,
so
obviously.
It's not more that. It's just more that like. Because technically when you paid for the other game, you got access to all of those guns. So this one, that value is already included in that. So MW2, it's like you got robbed on that game, not on this one. You know what I mean? I feel like
that makes sense. That makes sense.
It's actually very true.
On MW2. I have the least played.
Because that rolls into MW3. That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, shoot!
From that perspective, if you bought MW3 and only MW3.
Shoot! Why is my gun not shooting?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Okay. So that does kind of feel like.
Yeah, MW2. But they're still miserable about getting screwed on MW2 because they're taking out NW3. It's like, bro, you want
like,
another
Alright, what's
bad
the
card,
pistol
bro?
gold
The thing
challenge?
is, it's like, bro, like people hated Modern Warfare 2 so much that it sucks that there are people that like are not buying the game this year because
Out of principle.
yeah, out of like, bro, no, we got fucking scammed last year. Like, I'm talking scammed of all scams last year.
And because
Like,
you let the enemy
and now
damage in
they're
game?
not wanting to buy Modern Warfare 3, and it's like,
Isn't
bro,
that
this is genuinely the best multiplayer we've had
so easy? Let's
since
do it.
Black Ops fucking 3, bro. Like genuinely the best multiplayer. At least my dude, I don't even
There's
fuck with
one.
multiplayer like that. Like I don't even play that, and I've grinded the fuck out of this. Like, dude, I'm done with my camos, and I like yesterday I got on and I was just playing PUBG by myself, like. Like just doing that, like I've never felt like this for a game before, and I like okay, chat. What multiplayer felt good? Which one? It's like you know,
Vanguard was good for competitive, but ass for pubs. Cold War is good for competitive, but
which one? Black Ops 3 was, in my opinion, was the best. Like Black Ops 3 was the best multiplayer. This is the best Call of Duty since Black Ops 3. For pubs. For pubs.
for pubs.
For
yeah.
pubs. Chat, I'm talking about pubs specifically, bro. Vanguard, you guys are faded.
Vanguard.
At the end of World War II was pretty good once they added those insane perks where if you got like a triple kill, it auto refilled your mag or something. Like they had some crazy
Nice.
stuff in World War II. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't fucking remember that shit. What the hell?
What the fuck?
Sledgehammer, if you're still in the chat, add that perk.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like Cold War was
Dude, what?
That was crazy.
It was, I like Cold War was cool. Like okay, chat. Like
I gotta be almost. No,
Cold
maybe
War,
not.
like it was cool. Like it was fun to play. I
Dude,
enjoyed it.
oh my
But
god.
I was like, all right.
Dude, can I
let's be on
spawn,
board.
man?
Like,
Oh my,
you know, like,
dude,
it was
brother,
alright, it was
holy
cool.
shit.
But like,
I like watching the pros compete on Cold War. I
Yes.
didn't like playing Cold War.
yes, facts. Now here's what I'm saying is like, I actually enjoy playing. You know.
Whoa.
But chat, no way y'all are telling me Modern Warfare 2019, bro. No way y'all. No, chat, stop it right now. You guys are trolling me. Where's
That
Ashton
mini
Kutcher,
map
bro?
doesn't even work in that game, bro. What are you on about?
Where's Ashton Kutcher? Got punked.
Remember all the memes of like
They
everyone
played
just
shipment
sitting on
24/7. They think that's COD, bro. Chill. Get out of here with your shipment nonsense, chat.
bro.
That's all they played. Yo,
Listen,
greatest
bro.
COD ever, bro.
Gunfight was dope on
Yeah, it
Bro,
was, yeah.
I low-key, dude, I low-key should have asked, like, yo, AW2 coming soon? I low-key should have asked that.
Why?
Dude, fuck,
Nobody
I shoulda
fucking
asked
wants
bro.
that.
Damn it, man.
Why do people
I don't
keep
know, man.
pretending like
Yo,
people
Sledgehammer,
want
you guys still
Advanced
here?
Warfare to come back?
Yeah, so they talked about some fixes that were coming to the game quality of life wise. I wish, you know, I'm really glad you asked the question about MW2 weapons, about whether or not they would be overhauling MW2 weapons. And it kind of sounded, I don't know if you want to clarify that or how you guys perceive that. What did you take out of your question on MW3 weapons from the ground up? Have less muzzle flare, less gun kick, more clean recoil, which is good for
Boom, baby.
keyboard and mouse players.
Next.
Now the hope was convert MW2 weapons to not feel like shit.
Next.
What did you get out of their answer there?
So obviously, I mean this in not in a bad way. I'm being blunt here, right? But they have to go and from the ground up, they made their guns. They literally built it from the ground up with none of that in mind. So now going and having all these guns from Modern Warfare 2, they now, I don't mean it when I say fix, but that's the only word to use.
Cool, Camo.
They have to go back and fix all of those guns to now not have visual recoil. That's what it seemed like, was like, yo, from what I got is they got hella shit on their plate. Like in very blunt terms, like they got hella shit on their plate. They don't got time to fix all the Modern Warfare 2 guns right now. Like they're focused on fixing their part of the game, and they're focusing
and
on
the core
that.
issues with the game. Yeah.
So that's what I got from that. You know, so which makes sense because they're focused on all of this shit that we.
That'd be, let's hit another XP token.
Where, like
We're kind of slimming up on these XP tokens, I'll be honest. We had like 30, 40 that we kind of shit down the drain
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I'll just use
first
the
half,
three
and
guns.
now we're like,
Modern Warfare 2 guns are better. Like I'll just bench him. You know.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't really care too much about
Crack
Modern
my
Warfare
window a
2
little
guns. It's like I don't give a fuck. But just in general, I hope going forward that like visual recoil is a thing of the past, and fuck that realism shit. Like it's just all like let's have fun again. Let's arcade feel.
On that note, because you're talking
You
about
grab a
things that are
water.
global, right? Like the stamina bar, the movement, all that stuff is global, no matter what gun you're using.
Oh my god, there's another one. Oh my god.
Still think they need to make. Get rid of the crosshair sway. In the settings, when you go to crosshair, you have an option to have it on, off, or static. And when you put it to static, their own in-game description says it reduces motion sickness when you put it to static. Your default on provides the player with motion sickness.
Competitive matches.
It looks like, so for those of you that aren't tracking what happens, okay?
Oh, it's an automatic.
You may have it set to static. Go into the fire.
Why didn't I have a gun?
Or whatever your sensitivity is, or whatever your shooter mouse is, snap to right. Okay? And it won't look like this, where when I snap and I'm snapping to aim at the camera, it'll look like it does this shit whenever you snap that your crosshair wobbles back.
But that's actually
God damn, if I can hit my shots, that'd have been nice.
And that's the worst part.
I know it is. But that's built into the core.
No, he didn't die.
That IW changed with NW2 where they made the ballistics. That was literally added in that part of the. I don't even know if they can remove that.
It's bad.
You find it in this settings.
Man, dude.
Even if you set it to static and it looks 1-to-1, even if it doesn't look 1-to-1, your aim is still.
Why am I still sliding?
In the background. So NZXT players or any player,
When you mantle, when you land, when you jump, literally if you have it static, your aim will never match those crosshairs.
yeah, where you aim is not where you shoot.
Yeah, that was the.
BS.
I mean,
Oh,
on
dude, it's
paper,
hot
I
as
think
fuck.
that was really like it made sense, but the actual
nice out
part
there.
of it in practice, it just doesn't.
In here, it's just so hot.
Let me get the fucking NW2.
Fucking hot.
Oh, it's still up, man. Oh no, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Oh man, look the pass in the pass. Man. You know what I'm saying? The pass in the pass. I don't know, man.
Top of the priority.
So
I
I
think
guess
that's also what it made it so that the guns do that more Bobby iron sight nonsense that the OTS did. But that's part of it.
Cover up your front post.
Yeah, that's part of it. That's the whole part of the physics part of it. Which, like I said, it's gonna feel more like you're carrying the gun, but in practice, it just doesn't matter.
so I have a question for
my
next year,
God, bro.
right? When Treyarch takes over, are we gonna have like I don't want to say new feel, but and it's not an engine because the engine people use the term engine easily. Are we gonna have the same UI as like you know what I'm
They'll
saying?
probably
Like,
update the text again. What you mean?
like
I
are
like
we
the text
stuck
now, though. I think it looks good.
or are we stuck with this for 3 years? The whole horizontal. I mean, look, I can even we're all there. Like the horizontal.
It's COD HQ, bro. It's COD HQ. It ain't going nowhere.
Well, you don't think Treyarch will? I thought Treyarch would have their own stylistic multiplayer. But
I
then
don't
we
think
would
so.
Play and they would port it over to Warzone. Like we're stuck on this engine for Warzone. You don't think they're gonna go with the Treyarch more?
No, I think that was the whole point of COD HQ. So like next year, I believe when Treyarch's COD drop, it will have all the DLC nonsense again because it'll be in the DLC category because it'll be part of the COD HQ.
Damn,
I'm pretty
dude.
sure it's gonna be all tied together. They're actually building within the same engine, so obviously they could tweak a ton of stuff, like how drastically different this game is than the previous one. But I'm pretty sure aesthetically, it's gonna pretty much almost look the same.
Okay, well, they didn't know.
Like,
I like
so
the
like,
game. That's fine.
so like, let's say for example, next year if they want to get rid of backpacks and floating loot, like they can probably do that, right?
Yeah, it depends on how high it is in the priority list and how much time it takes. Right, I'm pretty sure they could do anything they want within the game and in the engine. It just depends on where it sits on the priority list. For example, like let's say moving the items in the inventory, like it works functionally fine now, like auto sorting. But like, would that be a game changer? And it would probably take someone X amount of hours to solve that problem where they could be working on something else. That's really what it comes down at the end of the day. Even though Activision has a ton of money, the companies still get a budget to do what they need to do. It's not like they could just say, boom, let's spend 10 billion to solve these problems. No, Activision would be like, nah. Like,
Yeah.
you know, or however the financial sides, they have budgets.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I mean, shit, man. I don't know. What else did you guys take away from that combo? Obviously, I was so locked in on chat and all my notes and making sure I got all the questions. I mean, what from that conversation did you guys get from that? Or what was like your guys' biggest takeaways?
Damn, I suck. I'm choking on penis.
You know, to test out features and kind of like source feedback from the community, like the outlines, things like that. I wish, you know, a lot of these maps that are getting shit from the old times could be saved if they just simply weren't 66 maps. Like in the quick play, I think they need to have maps that are for 66.
8v8, yeah.
And then a lot of people would love, you know, 12v12 on Wasteland. Like, I would enjoy it more than 66 because it is so good.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of maps that are like that where I legitimately will sprint for 30, 45 seconds straight, and like I'll check the scoreboard and wonder if they spawned in or not. Like,
Oh yeah.
I mean, look, you bring a good point, and that's the same philosophy that we should have for Warzone, right? Like now we've played the map, we've played it in zombies. What the fuck do y'all think the player count's gonna be?
125 minimum. I pray.
Okay.
100.
What do you
bro,
think it's gonna be?
So bad. What do I think it's gonna be?
Yeah, like obviously I want like
They're
150.
gonna do 100, and then
Dude,
hopefully they got the experimental playlist with 125 or something.
Dude.
It plays so bad.
Dude,
Like,
it
I don't know,
better
it'll
not
be
be
different with
100.
pubs. It'll be different with pubs regardless.
It better not be 100.
Oh shit!
I
What
want
the hell?
150, but like 120.
A single person. So that would be the biggest. Respectfully, all the credits that I give Sledgehammer, they're fucking killing it. And I love Raven.
But that would be Raven, yeah.
Are great. But that would be quite possibly the biggest fuck you to the player base because everyone that I have seen out of COD Next complained about that player base. I don't think a single person said, yeah, 100 feels good. 100 feels good.
Like, yeah, 100 was incredibly slow, bro. Like, I don't know, Chad, y'all saw that, obviously, from watching it. 100 players on that map felt horrible. So, like,
Content creators playing aggressive to try to get content. Everyone is there trying to get in engagement so that way they can create good content. Imagine maybe.
Oh shit, dude, that guy blends in so well.
Maybe 90 or like kind of aggressive. Like I mean, I guess I was assuming we had 145. So like, dude, 100 players. Oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, shit, man. Look, bro. Honestly, I would say this. Like, again, and I say this loosely, is like, there's no way they fuck this up, right? Like, right? Question mark? Like, bro. Sledgehammer has literally made such an amazing foundation. Like this game, again, I haven't really said my thoughts on the game. Like again, I played this game like I feel like 100+ hours this week, bro. Like I am addicted. I love this game, and it is really fun. They have the foundation ready.
Fuck, man, dude, I can't do anything in this map.
I have a lot of faith in Raven. As long as they can execute, and as long as they're able, like, bro, this could very well be one of the best years we've had. For sure. Okay, for sure better than last year. Like better than Caldera. Like I think we could get close to Verdansk. Like, you know, like hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. If we can get close to that level of hype, that level of like player count. The foundation is there, man. And I think, you know, if Sledgehammer can find a good base with the whole stamina bar, and you know, I think honestly, no bullshit, that whole getting a kill, reset stamina bar, that could literally fix it all, in my opinion. That was a great fucking catch by that. But I don't know, in my opinion, just the game's good, bro. The game's good. I normally we're on here yapping for an hour about how the game sucks and what we want changed, and it feels kind of good to sit here and not be like not really have anything bad to say about the game. Like,
well, let's not go there. Let's not go full there. Okay. How do we fuck up slide canceling at launch after an overwhelmingly positive reception with the beta change? That was a huge flop.
So did they
daily challenges? What the fuck are we doing? That's a horrible system.
We fixed it. They fixed it. We
launch. Don't get me.
Schmerba.
Hi, Pancake. Thank you so much for the 14 months. We've known each other for over a year. If it makes you feel any better, I get killed by Bass Daily and Warframe. The weight deck I was using. What did it have in it? Do you know? Pancake. You fucking amazing person. Thank you so much. How are you enjoying the new COD? If you guys enjoy COD, I'm the funniest person ever. You should definitely head over to Pancake stream and then do !schmoop for no particular reason. I got killed by 3 bots today in Truckkkn and I'm so sad. The one where you were running and you looked at chat, I almost died laughing. And then the fact that you ran into your friends was even more insane. Well, okay, it's not as insane as it seems because like you guys all run Shoreline all the time and you're all playing probably on the same servers and everything, but still it was kind of funny that you killed 2 of them and you told them fuck you, your mother is beautiful. You love the new COD? I kind of want to get it just to play search. I miss search. That's rare? How rare?
See if we got a mag for this yet. Oh.
Crazy.
Do that.
I'm sad with you.
Be wrong, I'm thrilled, but like there's a couple blunders that like
The armory system, the fact that was kept secret like until the day the game dropped.
Yeah, that
and
was a little
not
chunk.
even a blog about it to explain it. Literally, I didn't know what the hell was going on until I hit level 25 and I was like, this is fucking terrible. I can't even get an advanced UAV. You need 8 wins. Like, what the hell, bro?
I'm glad. I don't know if you guys saw the blog post today, but they fixed it pretty much. So now instead of the armory system,
The wins track, the wins track all the time.
every single win you get counts as 1 challenge completed, which is great. But yeah, I agree. So from what the conversation that we had, what I had with them, was it
there was not a
intentional?
blog post before they came out. I'm sorry, it didn't happen. No one knew about it until the day it came out.
Boys, was it intentional that they reduced or added the delays, polished it after launch? Because I asked them, I literally said, I was like, it seemed like the feedback was really good on beta launch 2. Why did we change it going into launch? And then obviously it's kind of a blur now. Did they say it was an accident or was it intentional?
Well, he said the slide cancel stuff that it was an accident and basically reverted back to the other one for whatever reason. So that's what it sounded like, that it was just part of the previous.
Oh my god, I'm terrible.
Faceti, I don't know.
Oh, my aim just locked me onto this first guy.
Working
Fuck.
on getting fixed at the end of the day, right?
I'm a boot bot.
I mean, respectfully, like
It should have been there.
like how do you have your launch build not have a dev walk around and slide cancel for? So let's be honest, the people that are going to bitch about slide canceling are the people that have the largest platforms that are going to make your game look like shit, and then people aren't going to buy it. So like, I know it's probably a huge blunder that they're furious about internally, but like, how does that shit happen? You know?
Chat is like 50-50. Some chat is saying that it wasn't intentional, and some in chat saying it was intentional. So I don't even know if it was intentional or
It
not.
sounded like he said it was unintentional. He said for whatever reason, it had the pre-beta 2 weekend. That's basically what he said.
Okay. Well, I mean, hey, again, if they fixed it, which is great. Now I am curious to see what everybody thinks about the new movement as of today. I played a little bit. It's not bad. It's obviously better than what it was. Again,
In fact, I think this thing's a 2-shot and hardcore is kind of
like
wild.
when I'm trying to get 1, 2, 3 kills, not necessarily from point A to point B like we discussed. But yeah, again, boys, I'm in love with the game. I'm having a good time. I think it's really, really good, and I'm really excited to see what season 1 brings. That's 3 weeks from now, though.
Approximately, yeah.
Now we're 6 days away.
It's content time now.
Yeah.
All my guns are leveled. I'm not gonna do the multiplayer ones till shipment drops. I'm chilling.
Damn. 4 weeks? No way. It's 4 weeks.
Just real quick, Isaac thinks too highly of people buying games based off what pros think. I mean, I think H1Z1 without the pro scene is doing really good right now. PUBG without streamers is really popping off right now. Call of Duty Activision, who read the bottom line, it spends millions to fly out every creator to Call of Duty Next every year. I think they're the people that are seeing value, okay? Creators are faces to a platform. We are average players who love the game and share that love with the game with the community. So if we're frustrated and we're not buying and playing the game, a lot of our community members likely feel the same way.
True.
So if they make amazing changes and we express our love for the game, people will follow and trust that. Unless you're a shill or a sellout, and most likely you won't have a platform.
Damn, this gun sucks.
Creators do
I need something for damage range. I need a barrel on this guy.
Absolutely, but there is a lot of value in.
And I'm also just running around like a fucking idiot.
Platform because when pros, creators,
Just because, you know.
leave, a lot of the community follows them.
Yeah, I'll be honest. This guy, your boy, I'm looking at his chat logs. I don't think this guy's ever said anything good, like nice in his life. So.
There's people like that though, bro.
It's like normal.
In other chats talking smack about individual creators, like the same ones that I don't know.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I went to his chat
Pretty
log
much.
just to see if he's trolling now or if he's trolling me before. And I'm
Except
looking
it's
at, like, damn, disappointing.
hardcore, so I'm tasting the negative, I'm experiencing the negative impact a bit more.
Edgy launch, like, you know, COD's been in a bad spot for a long time, but good vibes in chat, so I appreciate everyone over there and push up. That's the vibes.
I mean, you know, boys, I don't think there's really anything else to say today, man. I mean, I wanted to kind of get y'all's opinion on the call and just, I mean, we saw the bar resetting is going to be W. The bar going to be implemented. The possible bunny.
COD with a stamina bar is gonna be so weird.
Slide, tap to dive might be.
COD has never had a stamina bar.
What do you guys? Anything else that I'm thinking of?
Oh no, I think it was pretty straightforward. They have, it was just more the general vibe that they have, that they have intent to continue to make their game better, and it didn't seem like anything that they wanted to do or vision for the game is gonna objectively make it worse.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything. Like I think everything that all the questions that I had, they answered. Chat, is there anything that you guys wanted me to ask them that I didn't get to ask them? I feel like I asked everything. I was getting spammed everything. I'm like, okay, I'm trying, bro, I'm trying. But again, my only thing is if there's a way to find a better middle ground than what we have right now for slide canceling, and not not pausing. Again, I think the kills resetting that thing would be amazing. Apart from that, I think I'm really happy with the game.
Thank you, Greg.
And I think, we got 3 weeks into Warzone.
Thank you.
Into Warzone, and then we're good to go, boys. But any last minute thoughts, boys? Any last minute thoughts?
I saw SBMM. That shit is never gonna change. It happens with every single platform. Apex, Fortnite, PUBG, no matter what it is. At a publisher level, the people who are making billions of dollars can see the player retention metrics. They're seeing that you're gonna play the game no matter what. But if the new players who bring in new money to the game are getting shit on, they're not gonna buy the game, and it's gonna cost them their bottom line. SBMM will never change. Get over it. Accept it. It's the modern world we live in. The other modern world we live in is an anti-cheat. Okay, I wish they could, divert more assets towards Ricochet, and I'm sure they're trying their best. But know that every game is rampant with hackers all the time. It's the dirtbags in this world who are always, every time Ricochet makes a solution and gets
Fuck, I should have just kept pushing.
they literally have millions of dollars.
Dude, that fucking turret up there. Holy shit.
And that's their only thing they're working on. Like, that's, like, whereas the studios, and they have multiple things that work. Like, the cheating, that's literally their sole focus. Because if it doesn't work, they can't make money.
Yeah. So it's something that, like, no game is ever going to be able to solve. It's a shitty reality of the world we live in.
I mean, I'm down to go try out X Defiant to see how that plays out when it comes out, but it probably won't, like, obviously it's COD. The COD's a giant, so I don't know. But anyways, boys, today was an amazing, great podcast, both before and right now. What are y'all's just closing thoughts?
I'm ready to get back to work on content, chilling till the next game comes out. There's still plenty to do. Hopefully I can reach out to my connect so Borealis.
Is there another, like, what's a good podcast?
Any of my guns, which is kind of frustrating.
What?
Wait, but what? Reed Boy got it equipped?
Yeah. The game's bugged, bro. And it unlocked in-game and post thing, and all my thing says is 36 out of 36 check, cannot equip.
No.
It's all good though.
Last year,
It's all good though.
Face and Reed were racing, and then
The gun ones, well, just enough, just to listen to while we camera grind. Not for anything in particular. The only ones I know of are like audio engineering podcasts, and those are definitely not something that I think anyone would care to listen to on stream.
Like Jake said, we're in a better spot than we've been in a long time, and we just keep heading.
What's the Shactor one? What's that? Something about.
So we're in a good spot now. We keep heading in the right direction. I think we're in good hands for good times.
The next year, at least the next year. So I mean, for those who are wondering, I mean, we're gonna have to just wait and see when it comes to Warzone how that's gonna play out.
I'm mad for this
and
yet?
again,
Damn.
I never want to say never because you know, we've seen it happen all the time for them to kind of fuck things up. But we have Raven Software going crazy. Sledgehammer gave them a really good foundation. It looks like, you know, COD feels like COD again. So
Wade being dumb and funny.
Everybody, for real, those guys for coming in. I hope we can do more of these in the future. So for anybody in YouTube / Twitch chat or whatever, thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I hope you guys can, you know, if you guys can do me a favor, chat, go tweet out at Sledgehammer W Podcast, so that way they know that the community loves this and we can have more of these. You guys, I'm being dead ass when I say y'all really don't know how much community feedback they listen to and how much like you guys tweeting at them actually determines a lot of things. So if you guys want to see more of this type of stuff, tweet at them that you guys love the podcast today and that we should continue to do more because I loved it. So boys, thank you guys as always for hopping on. J God, Isaac,
it's not level 9 yet. Oh my god,
you guys' content.
Why is it taking so long to level up,
bro? Hey chat, if y'all haven't, go check out their YouTubes. They've been fucking frying, bro. Boys, I will catch you guys on the next one. Everybody,
yeah, now that I see his picture, I think I know who Markiplier is. But I'm not like I'm not like, I don't watch YouTube, you know what I mean? So I'm not like super familiar with like YouTubers in particular. I mean, oh, these are short. These are really short. Oh, wait. Oh. Yeah, these are really
everyone, welcome to the
short.
Destructible Podcast. I like singing. I like dancing. So sleep, little Bobby. So.
There's this. I kept getting this fucking there's like this ad for Daniel Tosh's podcast.
How many times a day do you have to ask women in stirrups to scoot a little closer towards the end of the table?
Oh, every single time.
It's not an instinct that any woman wants to do.
Well, I want to put a sign on the ceiling that says go lower.
All right. Tosh Show! Tosh Show.
Oh, there's snippets of full ones.
Tosh Show from Show. Welcome to Tosh.0.
Nope, wrong show.
Right. Welcome to Tosh Show. I'll be honest, sounds very similar. It's almost as if we're intentionally trying to be confusing.
Yep.
This show couldn't be more different. For example, no internet vids.
Boo.
Fine. Fewer internet vids.
Thursday, partly sunny skies and 57. And to another woman who likes to be double-fisted in a different way, I think, Jess.
She means beer. She means beer. Guys, she means beer. Don't put me on YouTube. My God.
Apparently, Channel 6's parent company is Pornhub. This is why we should have never started paying women the same as men. Because now they're acting like us, and it's disgusting. You see, on my old show, I would put 20 seconds on the clock to make fun of this video. But now, on a podcast, I can put 3.5 hours on the clock, do a deep dive into why Jess is using alcohol as a coping mechanism.
Can we still play Is It Racist?
Of course. Of course we can play Is It Racist? Chris McCarthy doesn't own racism. By the way, let me set the record straight about what happened over at Comedy Central. Okay, they offered me a pile of cash to break my contract, and I did. The end. I'm not mad, though, because had that not happened, I wouldn't be here right now in this illegally built ADU in newly gentrified Baldwin Hills. The Lord works in mysterious ways.
Real mysterious.
Hosanna. The biggest difference between Tosh Show and Tosh.0 is that I will be wearing glasses occasionally and sitting down because it's a podcast and you're just listening. But you can also watch. So it's pretty much the same show.
Big difference.
Chiming in off camera, way more than I'll ever feel comfortable with. My good friend and Tahoe neighbor Eddie, he co-created Tosh.0 and Tosh Show. He's my Larry David. If Larry was slightly less funny and bought his jeans at Costco, which makes me Jerry Seinfeld. minus the Scientology phase and fear of performing in front of people under the age of 30. I'll do 45 minutes on the burden of white privilege at any college campus in this country, okay? I'm not afraid to tackle the issues. What's Aaron Rodgers' take on Gaza?
Looking it up.
Don't look it up. I know the answer. He's on the wrong side. And yes, I'll still be talking about sports. The Miami Dolphins having a great start this year, 6-3. They just played in Frankfurt, Germany. I was invited to that game by the team to fly with them. I said no, because I don't do things. Seemed like an awful idea.
Fuck!
Frankfurt,
Dude.
I was born near Frankfurt, Germany, in Beauport. It's like an hour and a half west.
Fuck!
It's crazy though.
I'm so sorry. Sick of spawning and dying.
Getting so excited to do the tomahawk chop. It's like they just couldn't wait over there in Germany.
Fuck! Okay, I'm just gonna. You know what I'm gonna do?
Gesture. Will I still be making fun of Nick Saban? Not as much, because he, like myself, is no longer relevant. Mostly, this show will be my personal bullhorn to make sure Arn Anderson knows that our feud is far from over. You hear me, Arn? Or is your miracle ear run out of juice, you old fuck? Please subscribe so I can shove my out-of-touch, coastal elite, far-left socialist opinions down your throat. All right, let's get started. I'm going to be interviewing people that I find interesting. So no celebrities, no comedians. Today that person is my wife's gynecologist, which has to be every woman's nightmare. For their husband to film a conversation with their OBGYN for the world to watch. Now, in theory, being a gynecologist sounds like a dream job. But the reality is the vagina is a complete mystery. It's like an episode of Double Dare down there. And yes, I got my wife's permission to talk about her medical history. Carly, are you cool with me interviewing Dr. Pinky for my podcast to talk about your lady parts?
Absolutely not.
Yes, honey. Thank you. I probably shouldn't care as much about my wife as I'm going to, but we live in Malibu, and she doesn't have to work, so I'm sure she'll get over it. Enjoy. Watch out. My guest today has been all up in my wife's guts. Literally. This man delivered both of my children. Please welcome my wife's gynecologist, OBGYN, Dr. Finky. How are you?
I'm well, thank you for having me.
First question I ask all my guests, do you believe in ghosts?
No.
Okay, Jesus Christ, it took you so long. You're a doctor, for God's sake.
I had to qualify it.
Thank you for agreeing to do this. Let me tell you something, in all honesty. This is the reason I agreed to do this show. iHeart was like, will you do the show? And I'm like, I don't want to interview comedians. I don't want to interview celebrities. But like, if you let, and I said this, I swear to you, I said, if you let me interview like my wife's gynecologist, like, then I'll do the show. And they're like, well, yeah, but that won't ever happen. He probably won't let you.
And I'm not that interesting.
No, you're extremely interesting. By the way, what should I call you? Do I have to say Dr. Finky, David, or do you, I usually just call you Finky.
My whole life, people have called me Finky.
It's a great name.
I have no idea why. I'm the youngest of 4 kids, so when I went through life, it was just, oh, there's Finky. It works.
It's a good name, and I like it. How long have you been a doctor?
Oh, God, I graduated med school in 2006.
From where?
University of Missouri, Kansas City.
And how does that get you into Beverly Hills?
That's a very good question. I have no idea. You basically, at the end of a residency, you interview all around the country, and then you put in your rankings, and then it goes through a match system. There's match day, and everyone goes in an auditorium in med schools around the country. You open up your envelope, and you see where you match. And I happen to match it at Cedars in Los Angeles.
Did your peers, were they jealous? Is it, I assume it's competitive.
Yeah, no, it is. It's very competitive. I was very happy to land where I landed, and I'll be honest, I didn't know that much about LA.
Hey, welcome back. You busy?
But other than that, I'd never been to Los Angeles before.
Did you adjust immediately or no?
Yeah.
You like it?
I think so, yeah.
Would you ever go back to Missouri to live and work?
I wouldn't, like, write it off the table. The chances are probably slim.
Where in Missouri again are you from?
A town of 6,000 people called Richmond, Missouri. It's about an hour outside of Kansas City.
Which is the shittier part of Kansas City? The Missouri side or the Kansas side?
Oh, the Kansas side.
Is it? That's noticeable?
Everywhere you want to be is on the Missouri side.
When did you come out?
Oh, I would say I fell out.
You were born gay?
Yeah.
Can you eyeball it in a child?
I go back to pictures in my parents' house and in the attic and stuff, and I'm like, I mean, they were headless if they didn't know.
Were your parents supportive?
Very, yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Were they confused at the field of medicine that you went into?
Oh, probably.
Why would you pick the vagina?
Vaginas picked me. I knew I didn't want to do it. So in medical school, you go through your rotations, and you put in your lot for when you want to do certain rotations. And I was like, well, I don't want to do that, so put it at the end of the year. And then I did general surgery, and then after that, I
just
did
keep leveling.
OB-GYN, and I liked it.
You know, a lot of professions, even in Hollywood, it's very progressive. If you're out,
Very
a lot of times
boring, I'm
people feel
sorry.
like roles aren't given to them that should be. But I feel in your profession, has it worked to your advantage?
I think so, yeah.
It has. That's good. That's good that there's one job where it works in your advantage.
I think that women feel comfortable, or at least I hope they do. And I feel like I try to be more sensitive or empathic, just because I don't know what they're going through. I mean, multiple times a day, I tell people I'm so happy I don't have ovaries. They mess up. They do a lot of weird things.
I mean, the vagina is very tricky. Talk about the paradox of being a gay man who stares at vaginas all day.
It's probably the most common topic.
That is why it's called the grind,
Corner
100%.
you at parties
And
say,
it
"Hey,
has
will you look at
it's
this
got a
and
great
say,
payoff.
Has that ever happened?
Not look at this, no.
It's got a great payoff.
What about, do women ever send you, like, friends of yours, ever send you, like, vag pics, text message, to be like, hey, should I, what about this?
We have a patient portal,
No,
which
of
we
course
would
that.
encourage people to
I'm
use.
talking about a close friend that, like, you know, when we all have a close friend, we're like, oh, we can just bypass this.
So
portal.
we
What's
should
your
never overdo
stance
that.
on grooming? Are you?
Glad I
do you
don't.
care?
I don't care, and I don't remember.
Now, my wife did laser hair removal early on in our relationship per my request, and now she kind of regrets it on some level. But, like, to me, that seems like it's an easier situation to deal with as a doctor down there. Do you mind
Have
if
it
a
easy.
woman has just got a big, huge,
Relax.
hairy
Well, health-wise, maybe, but
It doesn't bother me one way or another. I see all the problems with lasers.
in general, I don't think either races have anything easy for some reason or another.
That's why you go laser hair removal.
It's definitely not easy being a guy in general. That's for absolute sure.
Also, you know, the vagina has a microbiome, and it has, you know, oily glands and things that keep it healthy. And you rip all those hairs off, and you try to, like, get rid of all the moisture and everything that should be there, and then you're more prone to get yeast infections. You're more prone to get bacterial vaginosis.
You ever seen a blue waffle? Do you even know what it is? Do you know what it is?
No.
The beginning of the internet, when the internet got, like, real crazy.
Oh,
like
shit,
one of
you know
these
what?
first- It's like an infected vagina.
I don't. Oh, this is on YouTube, but I don't know if I can watch this on YouTube. Listen, and we're also camo grinding, so I don't think we necessarily need to be streaming on YouTube anyways, to be honest. And I don't want another copyright strike. I get literally almost negative viewers on YouTube. I'm just gonna end the YouTube. Yeah.